Tea with Monique is brought to you by Mila Eve Essentials. Visit MilaEveEssentials.com for 100% pure, therapeutic essential oils and other products. Nature knows best, and so does Mila Eve.
I came to work. I came to slay. Countdown to the beat drops. True queens don't play. I came to work. Drag, slay, work, work. This is drag queens don't play. Yeah. Stand up to bullies.
What you gonna do? Turn up for my birthday. Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
OMG, y'all. I am knocking on 40's door, but not quite there.
Getting closer and closer.
Ow, like for real. Oh my God.
Closer
Thank
to
God most of my friends have already paved the way. Thank you, Riley.
You're welcome. Oh, most of your friends. I'm the only one on the screen this morning. Oh God. Well,
Me.
you're welcome.
Thank you. What is up, Boss Squad? Tonight we have a fun episode coming. We are going to be talking all stuff. What would you tell your younger self? And I have some of my closest friends and family that are going to be here today on the screen. Of course, my co-host Jay is here, Riley Knox, Anisha Dubois, who, if y'all haven't known, you will know, this is my bestie since we were 8 years old. 30 years. 30
Wow.
years.
Crazy. 30 years.
Yes.
That's insane.
Some serious
Insane.
longevity. Like, for real.
Yeah.
And her little mama, Poppy, that's my baby right there.
Yeah.
That's Chase's girlfriend.
Oh,
Oh, he don't play about
so
Poppy.
cute.
No.
He don't play about
No.
Poppy. And my baby brother, Kevin's here. Kevin, are you
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin's hitting us with the voice today. He said, y'all good
Yeah,
on that.
I got my hands full.
Yes. How's Apollo? His cute little puppy.
He's right up here in my face. As soon as I started talking, he wants to go see what's going on. I stopped petting him just now, so he's grabbing my hand, trying to tell me what's happening at the
Oh
moment.
my gosh. First of all, I don't know where Tasha is. Y'all already know Tasha be off the chain, late and everything else all the time. But I'm gonna save what I'm telling my younger self for last. So I will tell y'all, for my birthday, I went to Tucson, Arizona last week. I went by myself, like literally, got on that plane and I was literally kicking in the air, running out the door. My kids were like, "Oh, we're gonna miss you." I was like, "Bye." Listen, I was out of there. Chris was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my chance to go on my trip. That's fine. I'm going on mine right now. Bye." So I was up out of there. I went to a mindfulness and meditation resort in Tucson, Arizona, and it was amazing. It was probably the best thing I could have ever done for my birthday. And it was nice. I was able to just spend time with me. I was able to process things that I wouldn't normally have time to process and just kind of sit back. I turned my phone off to the point where I had a lot of messages when I came back to Instagram of people asking, was I okay? Because I just went AWOL. But it was amazing. So yes, that's what I did. I'll tell y'all more details, but we have so many guests that are going to be popping in to say hi. I have RJ's parrot here, King Tut. So he's like moving around right now. But yeah, I have a lot of guests that are going to be popping in and off the screen, telling us what they would tell their younger self. And we're going to get started. I want to start with Kevin real quick because Kevin has to leave. So I want to go ahead and get you out the way, Kevin, so you can go handle all your business and stuff.
Oh, geez. Let me check my notes on what I wanted to say to myself, because I'm just forgetting them instant. I guess just maybe like two things that I'm learning now that I still do that I'm trying my best to unlearn is to stop comparing yourself to everyone around you. And that is something that people tell you all the time, but you never really like digest it, even though you hear it. But it causes so much additional stress that you don't need, because everything about that next person isn't going to make you better if you had it. And sometimes they have plenty of things that they're insecure about that they see in you, and you didn't even realize you were that great at it. So that's a big one. And then also, all critiques aren't criticism. Just because someone's given me feedback that at the time I may not have wanted to hear, it doesn't mean that they're criticizing me, and I don't have to get so emotionally responsive to it immediately. Like, there's a lot that you can digest if it's coming from a good place.
That's a good
Yes.
one.
I love it. I love it. That was excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
I
And
did good.
yes, you did amazing. As always. I'm not gonna keep you here all night. I know you got things to do, and we already talked earlier anyway. So we have to schedule our family Zoom call so we can all check good stuff. And then I don't know where Tasha is, so we'll see if she pops up. But all right, we're gonna get going. Jay, you're gonna introduce our next up person, and Kevin, I'm gonna take you off. Have a good night. I love you.
Bye, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
All righty. Our next guest is the hilarious, outspoken, and super fashionable, funky Dyneeva.
What up, Monday?
Super fashionable now. I gotta add that one to my resume. What's going on, Monique? Happy birthday. Hey, everybody. Hey, Riley.
Hi.
I'll be in DC in December for Riley's show, so we have all got to get together. And
Oh, wait, you already know. You
take
already
the
know.
city by storm.
So excited.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. I know you booked and busy, so I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
All righty, Funky, what is something that you would tell your younger self?
I had to think long and hard about this one, but there were two things I would tell myself. The first one would be take your time. Like, I know for me, one of the biggest mistakes I made, I was in such a rush to be grown. Like, when I got ready, my senior year of college, I was so ready to graduate. I'm just ready to leave. I'm finna get a job. And I would tell my younger self, you've got all your life to run out here, pay bills, mess up your credit, live on your own, pay rent, get cars, repo. You got all your life to do that. I think the second thing I would tell myself is, much to your piggybacking off your brother, don't compare your life to other people's. Their journey is their journey. I remember, again, when I was graduating college, I had friends that got married, found their dream jobs, had children, and bought a house within like the first 3 years of graduating. And I just thought my life was just so messed up because it wasn't happening for me. Fast forward, I look at my life now. They're fat, on the verge of divorce, don't want to be there. And I'm just living this fabulous ass life. So, what is for you, it's for you. What is for the people, it's for the people.
Yeah.
And just take the time, do you, and be happy. That's what I would tell my younger self.
I love it. I love it. Funky, thank you so much for stopping by. You have a blessed night. I know you got things to do, but I appreciate you coming.
Thank you so much, Monique. I'll see you soon. See you guys soon. Good night.
Bye.
Okay. Before we get to the next guest, is there anything that y'all want to share? Y'all can go ahead and brag on me and stuff. It's up to y'all.
Go
ahead.
Yes, because our friendship is the newest of everybody on the screen. I want to say I love you very much. I never knew that an Instagram DM would form such a beautiful friendship between me and you. You gave me a couple of different chances without even knowing me, and you gave me different opportunities and really welcomed me into your life when you didn't have to, especially, the type of life you live. It's hard to trust people and bring them into your life, and I'm very grateful that you trusted me to come into your life, and we've had some great memories, the show, my visits down there. You've given me a lot of tough love, sound advice, and you are like an additional big sister. And I love you very much. And I am so excited for everything that you're going to have going on. And I'm ready to see our friendship blossom even more.
Thank you. And I love you so much. I appreciate that. And thanks for recognizing the tough criticism as just,
Of course.
Yes. Okay. So before, all right. So we'll hear from y'all, and then we'll bring a guest, and we'll kind of go back and forth since it's starting to pile up in the backstage. But I want to introduce the next guest because she is my baby cousin. And she's an amazing person. She's an author. Make sure y'all go buy her book. Funny Brown Boy, Dyneeva.
Hi.
Something. I mean, Funky did take the words out of my mouth, but this whole thing right here, where people are all in their emotions, is giving me red table. Like, you got people talking in their emotions and just thanking you for everything. It is much, Jada Pinkett, but you know me. We grew up together.
Yes.
And what would I tell my younger self? Young Neen, I would tell her, yes, stop rushing it. Stop trying to be grown and stop lying and saying you're 21 years old when you was 15. Stop doing that. But all in all, yeah, I mean, I always want to go back to childhood. I always want to be a big kid, even in my adult life. So, just say adult life is not all that it's cracked up to be. I do want to also say it's not where you're from, it's where you're going. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Wow, that was okay.
You guys. And y'all make sure y'all get a copy of Funny Brown Boy. It's available on Amazon and Kindle right now. That's my cousin. She is an author too. And y'all make sure y'all support. Check out her. I love it. Dyneeva, tell us. Tell us about your book real fast, please.
Well, yeah, it's a children's book where I want to build emotional intelligence in our young brown communities. So that includes our Black kids, Hispanic kids, all of us, because we have dealt with trauma, and internal and systemic trauma is still embedded in our minds and our emotions. So every time we go learn a little bit more about our history, we don't really deal with our emotions. We bring that out. We also are misdiagnosed very early because other races don't understand our children. So what's best for us is to really know the biblical principles of joy. It is to keep and sustain your joy. And that's pretty much what the Funny Brown Boy story is about. It is the first of a few series. And yes, I am working on another one. It's called Anxious Brown Boy. It just talked about anxiety during the pandemic period. So kids do have anxiety, and kids are affected by the pandemic. So it's all going to be about that. So go get the book. It's on my IG, Funny and Brown. And goes right to Amazon, and you should download it and be sent right to your house.
Wow.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Who do we have next?
We have Monica from All About the Tea.
What's up, Belle?
Monica,
are you there?
I think her mic is muted. Unmute your mic, Monica.
She might have stepped away. All right, I'm gonna pop her off and then pop her back on. But we kind of we didn't even give her a chance to get seated. All right, so next up, Anisha, go ahead and tell us. Yeah.
Oh, I really thought that there was.
Not ready. All right.
I'm ready.
Go ahead, Nish.
Okay. Something I would tell my younger self, that that quote that says jack of all trades, master of none. I would tell my younger self that quote is complete horseshit. Like, you can literally and
thank you.
You want to do all at once. You know what I mean? I said this before, but our parents and our grandparents grew up you get one job, you stand it for 40 years, and that's that. Then you retire at 60 and live your life. And I would tell myself that the choices I've made, having these amazing jobs and leaving them after 2 years, do it. Keep doing it over and over, because it led me to, where I am now. And don't listen, to what my grandma was saying. That job, what do you mean? It's great insurance. What do you mean? So I would tell myself, you can do it all at one time. And you can do a lot of things. And you can accomplish a lot of things. You don't have to just do one thing and stay in it forever. So that's what I would do.
No, I love that. I love that. And Anisha has a self-help journal. It always works in your favor. So make sure y'all visit AnishaDubois.com. It's on the ticker right there. And self-help journal is all about manifestation. We actually had her on Tea with Monique before. And Riley, you put some of what she said to use and things were just like,
oh my God. We still haven't talked. We still haven't talked about it. I have so much to tell you, but yeah.
DC in like 6 days. So come to Monique.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I will.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll have a sit down with some wine or some shit. Yes. All right. So next, let's go ahead and get Monica back on.
Yeah, she's ready. Yeah.
Awesome.
So sorry.
Monica.
Hey everyone. Hey Riley. Hey Jay. Happy birthday, Monique.
Thank you so much for being here. Listen, Monica has been my listening ear for so many times. She gives such good advice. She has been such a beautiful friend to me, and I really appreciate you being here tonight. I know everybody is like booked and busy, and I'm so overjoyed. So thank you.
Thank you. And Monique, let me say this first before I get into what I would, advice to give to my younger self. Can nobody do it like you? Okay. You are an original. You are genuinely beautiful inside and out. A real friend whenever I needed one. A support system to so many people. A mother, a wife, all around just a good human. I just want God to continue to bless you. I wish you nothing but happiness, peace, love, and more success.
Thank you. Thank you. I received that and I thank you. I really appreciate that.
So
yes. So tell us, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Probably two things. I would say patience and persistence. Both of those two go hand in hand and they ultimately pay off. But the process is usually slow.
Right.
And you got to trust the process. Don't give up. There may be some bumps in the road along the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
As we all know, right? But don't give up. Stay persistent. Don't let anyone ever tell you your dreams are out of reach. Only you know your full potential.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is yes, that hits home in so many different ways.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Monica, for dropping in, and we will see you soon. We got to get that dream team panel back together.
Girl, yes.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Everyone have a good night.
So much.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yes. Oh my gosh. All right, Riley, it's your turn, honey bun.
Am I saying what I would say to my younger self, or can I gush over you, or both?
Either. Whatever.
Okay.
You feel like.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, and I wrote this on Facebook earlier, but I know you probably never get on Facebook. But for me, you have 18 years. I've known you, and you've always been the same person. Before you were famous, before you were on TV, before anybody, you've maintained that throughout. And I appreciate the fact that you've never changed. You've always been amazing. You were the first person I ever came out to and told that I was going to transition. And you were so loving and so supportive, even though it was new and you had no idea what it was. And I love you so much for that. And for so many other reasons. You've been my friend, my sister, and sometimes even had to mother me at times and given me good advice and tough love at times, even if it lasted for almost 8 years one time. But I mean to say I love you is it's not even enough. Like that, need another word. It's just I'm just so grateful to have you as one of the loves of my life, and so. But what I would say, so happy birthday. But what I would say to my younger self, it seems like everyone's been saying a similar thing, and it was what I was going to say also, which is I would have focused on other things probably in my when I was younger. I would have told myself to focus on not trying to find love so much and trying to be so like and focus on other things, but also to be patient and it's been crazy because I've done so many things and been so many places, and I didn't really take it in and be present in the moment and really enjoy that moment because I wanted to get so many things done. I was always rushing through my life. And so I always wanted to just get to where I wanted to be and hurry up really fast because I didn't think I was going to live that long. So I was like, let me just hurry up and do it. And so I was rushing through things, but not enjoying those things. So I would have sat back and enjoyed those things and really been patient with myself and really just kind of stopped and enjoyed it and trust the process.
Right.
Because I just wanted everything to happen all at once, or like I wanted to happen right then and there. I should have just trusted the process. And then I also would tell myself to invest in Google, in Instagram, and all those Bitcoin, all those, every single thing I would have bought stock in all those things. But I really just would have gone back. And that's one of the things I try to focus on now, is just trying to just live in every single moment, the big moments and even the small ones, even if it's just a conversation with someone that I'm close to, really enjoy those moments and take all of that in. And even the big moments, take all of that in too.
Yeah,
Oh, that was beautiful.
I love it.
Yes.
Speaking of besties and loves, this is a bestie that I stole from Riley. And I talked to DJ Richie. DJ Richie is like my YouTube godfather. He's also my unpaid counselor. And he just is an amazing soul. So I'm so grateful. Thank you for sharing him with me. Richie!
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Jay? Hey,
Monique.
Riley. Anisha, you looking young as ever.
She's always
birthday, Monique.
Kid.
You're gonna be joining us soon in this 40 club. So you're ready.
Thank you for paving the way.
What I would tell my younger self is busy does not equal productive.
Oh, that's
a good one. Okay.
And I'm still learning that lesson today. I mean, I think so often, so many of us, we think that we're doing all this and we're doing all that and we're accomplishing a lot, but productivity requires strategy. And in order to strategize, you got to take some time out of that busy schedule and actually sit and be creative and think. So that's a lesson that I'm learning. And then the other lesson that I'm learning is knowing when to pivot, because God usually tells us when to move. And if we don't listen to when he tells us to move, he will usually move us in the direction he wants us to go, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
Wow.
So those are the two things I would tell myself, my younger self.
Of course you would be over here dropping stuff. I love it. No, that's incredible. That is incredible. I actually did a podcast on Not for Lazy Moms called Busy Being Unproductive. And that message, it just hits so home for so many people, because I know I'm not going to go into what I'm going to tell my younger self just yet, but what I do know is that one of my missions when I left for my trip, and I told you this, Anisha, I said, I am tired of being tired. I need to change my mindset so that I'm not always saying, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted, I'm so tired, because it just makes me more tired and more exhausted.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to be really aggressive about sticking to my office hours. And whatever I get done, I get done. Whatever I don't, I don't. And I'm not going to overwork myself to the point where I'm constantly saying I'm tired. So when I left for my trip, I literally did not have a clock. I didn't have a watch. I didn't have a phone. I left everything and I did not rush. Not one day I was there, 5 days. I was never late for any of my sessions or activities that I did. And I didn't even have the time to tell. And it literally set the tone. And since I've been back, I've not said I'm tired one time without me actually being tired. Like it's like bedtime.
Wow.
So, yes. So yeah, I love that. I love that message. That was
I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
All right. You have a good night. I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. Bye.
All right. So before we go into our next guest and before I pour another glass of wine, I would like to tell my wait, what am I trying to say? I would like to say what I would tell my younger self. Yes, pour up your glass.
Yes.
Pour up. I've been drinking for you already, so just gotta catch up.
Okay.
What I would tell my younger self is do not wait until you are an adult to find your voice. Only because growing up when I was younger, I guess my upbringing, when you find your voice, a lot of adults can find that as being disrespectful when you speak up for yourself, or, you know, you really, speak up for yourself and let them know how you're really feeling, expressing your feelings. And I feel like my upbringing, you know, given that if I were to voice something, people would be like, you know, mind your elders, you know, you're stay in a child's place, that type of scenario. And I think that hurt me in the long run, because no matter what the situation was, I was just, you know, afraid that I was going to either disrespect somebody or offend somebody, and it just would somehow backfire on me. But the older I get, I realize you can always say how you feel and express your feelings without being disrespectful. I learned that the hard way, letting people run over me and things like that. And the older I get, the more I am able to be vocal about my true feelings. What was I going to say? But yeah, just don't wait until you're an adult to find your voice. I feel like, you know, everybody should use their voice and express how they're feeling, no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell myself.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I think that just speaks a lot about even just growth, because a lot of times we become different from how we were raised, and it's nothing to do with that. And our parents, they just did the best that they could do, given their knowledge at the time and what they thought was right. So, you know, I think that that's a beautiful thing. So I'm very proud of you. So listen, we got the backstage piling up. I would love to move on to our next guest. Jay, who we got?
I don't know who's backstage. Oh, we do have the beautiful, curvy Buffy.
Yay!
Oh, yes. Buffy, I can always count on you to have a bold red lip.
Gotta do it.
Look at you.
The birthday lip. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Singing to me. Buffy sang to me for my birthday.
Badly.
She is the only person who I gladly accepted a voice memo from.
Wow.
What?
I did.
She gets a pass.
Right, pass, y'all. I knew it was going to be good. I was like, oh, you know, listen to this. I'm like, and she sang to me. She gave me all kind of notes from
bad notes, all wrong, all the wrong notes.
I am offended. Buffy, Monique told us not to send voice memos her way.
It was my one pass.
Wow.
Never again. I won't ever do it again. Hey Jay, hey Riley, hey Anisha, where's the baby? The baby was giving us all kind of looks that were fantastic, and ever so adorable and entertaining.
Thank you.
So listen here, Monique, happy birthday. You have, I would want to say first, you are such a beautiful person, and you reached out to me on your own when I was going through my very public storm, and I will never forget it. And you checked on me, and you just, you know, a good person, and gave me some tough love about being on reality TV. and I will be forever grateful and thank you for that. And where was my invitation to Sedona? Because you know I would have got on a plane, but that's okay. It was a solo trip.
Yes, no, listen, that is going to be something I'm going to definitely put together as a Not for Lazy Moms retreat.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. So yes, and I would love to have bosses like you come so that we can do like a panel and have a whole discussion.
Yeah, we'll do financial meditation, honey.
Look at you.
A whole crawl before you boss segment.
Yes, I'm happy to do it. So what I would tell my younger self, you probably could guess, is that wealth whispers and money jangles and screams. And basically what that means is, you know, the Joneses are broker than you probably. And so stop trying to keep up with them. Figure out what it is you want in life. If what you want in life is to buy a double wide trailer on some land in the country, then you work to do that. Stop trying to do what society they tells you should do. You know, stop falling for the marketing tricks that, you know, wealth is described as XYZ. Wealth is described as peace of mind and happiness and not having to trade your time for a dollar. So I would definitely tell myself, you know, to be quiet and stealth and stack my coins and wear the ugly shoes and get my hair done when I can, so that later I can do it when I want to. And the other thing I would tell my younger self is to forgive myself for bad prior financial behavior. A lot of the reason we get stopped from moving forward in our goal of financial freedom is we keep going over and over. Oh, I messed up my credit. Oh, I pissed away all this money. And you need to forgive yourself so that you can heal and move on. But yeah, remember, the Joneses broker than you, crawl before you ball, and wealth whispers. The truly wealthy people ain't out here wearing all these labels. They're not out here driving these cars. And if they are, it's a fraction of their income that they're spending on it. So
Spend the interest.
Right. Yes. We live off what? The passive income.
Yes.
Right.
I love it. I love that the principal sits while the interest handles all the business. I love it.
That's right. Never spend your money. And you see, I got my Mila Eve going on in the background. I got lavender right now in the library, honey. But yes, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. You're a business mogul. Like, who knew you, girl? Kill it. Keep doing it, honey. I'm so proud. So very proud.
Thank you so much, Buffy. I appreciate you stopping by, and we hope to see you soon. Sure.
Bye, Buffy.
Bye, sweetie. Bye. So listen, since Buffy was just here talking about a coin, y'all can save a coin, because today I'm having a birthday sale, Mila Eve Essentials, shop milaeve.com, and you're going to get 15% off on all purchases over $50. So you're going to get that now through Sunday. And I actually extended the time for my West Coast people. So now through Sunday at 3 a.m. basically. So for the people on the West Coast, you have till midnight. And then the East Coast, you get an extra 3 hours. So you'll get 15% off. Enjoy, because it doesn't happen often. I'm over here looking at all these orders coming in. I'm like, dang, they really taking advantage of this sale.
Somebody said they buying up the black pepper.
Oh my God. It's probably going to be out of stock. Like,
oh my gosh.
I sold so many of so we have 8 new essential oils that are new to our store, and I've sold a lot of all of them. So y'all go on the website, you'll see a whole list of all of the new oils, and they are amazing. We come in with some real good stuff. One of my favorites is the detox, and then Angelica root. Oh my God, so good. Listen, my other brother is here. And y'all will know that he's my brother because we resemble each other and stuff, right? We look like twins. What's up, Steven?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy birthday. I miss you.
Thank you. I get so jealous every time I see you hanging with Tosha and Kevin.
You need to come out here and visit us more often. Come on now.
I was so close, but I knew I was my Zen would have been a whole different mood had I come to LA to Tucson.
You would have been turned all the way up if you were out here, honey.
Right? And then came home tired. Like kids out my face. Yes. Oh my gosh. But listen, I would love to know what you would tell your younger self.
Yes.
Tell my younger self. Laugh a lot, take risks, always meet new people. Don't ever be afraid to go make the first move to meet someone that is maybe someone that you don't see every day, because what makes your life more rich is having people from everywhere. And that has truly been one of the best blessings, I feel like. And it's crazy. Jay said something earlier, you know, like how you guys became friends, and how you literally you give tough love and you just welcome people into your life and give such great advice. And you did that with me too. And you're just such a warm person. And I'm like so thankful that, you know, we're friends, and I truly consider you family.
Yes,
And
you are. Like literally, y'all. Steven be like literally, we go on a family trip and he's like literally there. My whole entire family is Steven. And I'm like, yeah, that's my brother. And they're looking
literally,
like, huh? I'm like, yeah, that's my brother.
yeah.
Yes, no, I so appreciate you. You have been an amazing person. Like always, you're very loyal. Like you are very, I'm riding, and I really appreciate that. You have been amazing through some very tough times in front of the scenes and behind the scenes. You have been there. So I really appreciate it. I meant to bring my stuffed animal T'Challa down. And
Oh no.
So Steven, I'm gonna have to post on Instagram. Steven sent me a stuffed animal T'Challa after T'Challa passed. And when I tell y'all this, I have it sitting in my kitchen where T'Challa used to sit, and it gets everybody. I walked past one day and really legit thought it was him for a second. It got my nanny. It be getting me. It's so funny, but it's just nice. It gives us a nice little presence and a nice presence of him. And then my daughter found one of T'Challa's feathers, and she has it sitting right next to our stuffed animal T'Challa. It's so sweet. So I appreciate that. That's so thoughtful.
I'm so glad you love it. I also thought of one more thing I wanted to say to my younger self.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to be yourself. That is one thing that I've also learned growing up. And I would love to tell myself that one day I will have a wall full of wigs that I'll be able to wear whenever I want. And my parents can't tell me I can't have one. But
oh my gosh.
Literally, that's just one thing that I wish everyone to know when they're younger is just be yourself. Don't be afraid to, because that's who people will truly love.
Yes,
that was good. I love that, Steven.
Yeah.
Yes, that was awesome.
Also, Moni, we are twins, so I got to show you.
OMG. Do y'all see that? That is hilarious.
I see the resemblance.
I see the resemblance.
I see the resemblance. You
Oh
know,
my God.
you know, when you tilt your head and like squint your eyes and like open up the big one, I can see it.
I got my Moni mannerisms down pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait. I can tell that he's family because he calls you Moni.
Yes. When he said that, I was like, oh yeah.
Everybody else calls you Moni.
Yeah.
Yes, literally.
I actually the past 2 years, well, not last year, the pandemic, but the past 2 years, when between going to see my dad and my mom, you guys always opened up your home on the holidays too, like in my in-between day. And we just always have a great time. Your family's always so open and welcome.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. We love you, Steven.
I love you
so
too.
I'm really tripping that my sister's not here. She is.
I was just about to ask, where is she?
I texted Natasha this morning and she still hasn't responded.
No, I talked to her for like over an hour today, and I was like, "All right, I'll see you later." Right? She's like, "Oh yeah." I should have known then that she probably forgot.
Was Kevin here already?
Yeah,
I was a
Kevin
little
was
late
on earlier. Yeah, he has a lot of work that he's doing, preparing for his trip. So he had to he hopped on and hopped off right away. Yes. All right, Steven, thank you so much. I appreciate
Thanks
you
for having me.
Bye.
Bye, Jay. Bye, Moni.
All right, bye.
All right, Mo. Who we got next?
Are you ready for the? I'm not even going to introduce him. I'm gonna just pop him on the screen.
Hey.
King. Welcome back.
I'm back.
Hello.
I got something for you, Monique. Look at this.
Oh my God.
The shirt.
Yay.
OMG. First of all, I know people in the comments right now probably like, wait, what is going on? Because the last time you were on our show, it was like over my head. And then I was just like, wait, what is going on? What's happening here? So I would love, before you start telling us what you would tell your younger self, update us, Jay and Petty, please. Because there was a little tension last time. So I just want to know where we are right now before we know it's safe to proceed.
Yeah, me and Petty are good. We had like an hour-long conversation last week just to kind of clear the air and apologize and figure out where it went wrong and look at the overall bigger picture, which is for us to come together and celebrate your birthday and, just push everything in the past. Life is too short to hold grudges over petty nonsense. So it's all good and hood.
Yeah.
Yay, I love to hear what you got to say, Petty.
Yes, same thing. He reached out to me. We spoke for an hour. It was very productive. And we come to find out that perhaps we have more in common than we knew before, and we can learn from each other. So it was very great. And I'm happy to be back. And is that Beyonce on the screen? Oh, my goodness. I need my glasses.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have you back, Petty. Thank you so much for stopping by. I would love to hear what you have to tell your younger self.
Okay, it's going to be very deep and profound. I'll have to say that, boy, get your butt in the kitchen and learn how to cook. Because sheesh, I have to eat out every night. I do not know how to cook. So I wish my younger self got in the kitchen and actually learned a little something. I can't boil an egg or make a salad without burning the house down.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need for you to get that together, Petty.
Well, Mila Eve, you need a Mila Eve cookbook. Come on now.
Oh, well, on our Not for Lazy Moms website, we have a chef. Chef Amber Franklin gives us little tips and stuff, easy meals to make.
She's amazing.
Yeah, you got to check her out.
So is that Aretha's niece, Amber Franklin? That's Aretha's niece.
Aretha's niece. Amber's white.
we keeping it in the family. We get old Riri's niece to come on there and cook a little chitlins and whatnot.
Oh God!
Hey, you are a mess. Well, I thank you for coming on and gracing us with your presence one more time, and thank you for the advice. We appreciate it.
I would have to say thank you, Monique, and thank you, Jay, for having me back. I enjoy coming on each time, and Jay will tell you I was surprised they even asked me back how I blew it up the last time.
I've always been a very forgiving person. I have. And we also talked. We never had our opportunity to go live, but I do want people to know that right after that incident, Petty and I actually talked for a long time. And then we were planning to do a live and everything else. And then T'Challa passed away. And then I was just like, yeah, I actually talked to Petty that day, like right before all of that mess went down. And I had to just text you back, like, I just can't right now. I said, I'll explain later. And that was the last that we talked, and then until we reached out and regrouped or whatever. But yes, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for the fact that you did apologize to me for just not giving me a heads up, which is all I asked. So I appreciate that, and I'm glad that y'all worked it out. So that's great, and that's good to hear. So yes. So I know everybody is probably, whoever saw the episode, I see in the comments, they're like, yeah, what is going on? So so we're all good, and I'm really excited. So thank you for stopping by and wishing me a happy birthday, and I hope that you can learn how to cook.
Yes, that's what I need to tell the younger self. Thanks for having me. Bye, ladies, and bye, Jay.
Bye.
Bye.
He cracks me up. Oh my
Look
God.
at God. We love growth. Growth is so beautiful.
You know what they say: if you're not growing, you're dead. So
that's
true.
My.
Mm-hmm.
Riley, you look so like business professional, and I love it. Like I'm loving this look.
Really? Thank you. I mean, with all this okay.
Okay.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah. Sexy business professional. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, our next guest that I'm about to pop up on the screen is Miss Poet Taylor, my boo.
Hi, Poe.
Hi.
Oh, I like those earrings.
Oh, shout out to Black woman owned So Moody. She hand makes all her stuff.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for popping on and seeing
Thank
us.
you.
It is always good to see you. For y'all that may have missed the episode when Poe was on, y'all need to go back. We were talking about the boss mentality, and it was so good. She drops gems all the time. It's just what you do. So I cannot wait to hear what you have to say.
All right. So first of all, thanks for having me. Can we all just first raise our glass?
Yes.
When some people don't know if they're going to see tomorrow, to make it to 38 is a blessing.
Mm.
Oh, you know the things that you've been through that we don't know about, that are your testimonies that have you standing here today. I wanted to salute you. A lot of people see this, but they don't know all that you do, that I got to see working with you, that goes on to make this possible. So here's to another year of living, loving, laughing, learning, securing all bags, and teaching the babies along the way. Happy birthday.
Ooh, yes.
Yes, I love it. Thank you. You about to have me say happy birthday to you too. Thank you.
You know, I was thinking about how I would answer this question. And then I figured if I wasn't going to be me, then I might as well not answer it at all. I would tell my younger self, bitch, you good with the stretch marks or the gut, or you're not tall enough without the boots, without the ass, with the hair, without the hair, with the coil, with the unit, with the nails, arched eyebrows, armpit hair, however you are that makes you happy, you are good. I can't believe the years I wasted living because somebody said that girls couldn't wear this, or a girl couldn't have colored hair, or a girl with a lisp couldn't do radio, this, that, and the third. So if I could really sit that beautiful Black girl down, I would tell her there was a 1 in 1/4 trillionth of a chance that you'd be born because of all them little sperm. So you here. That's by divine intervention. You ain't a twin nor a triplet. And if you are a couture piece of dopeness. Ain't nobody else like you. Won't ever be another you. So if God intended for you to be here, it's because your light is here to do something special. That's what I tell my younger self. You are good as is, and every change that's going to need to happen is going to happen. Whether God plants the seed and you evolve that way, or you see it in yourself and you do it that way. Don't change nothing. Don't do nothing. And the other thing would be, this, your intuition said what she said. Believe her. Sad, ugly, beautiful. It's a reason why when you about to step into that spot and you be like, take that and go somewhere else. Do something with it. And the last thing I tell myself is enjoy every moment. Don't get so wrapped up in securing a bag that you literally do not stop and smell your roses. And when times get really tough, remind yourself that you are a walking testimony of everything that was supposed to take your ass out to begin with. All of us sitting in this space right now, a month ago, a day ago, a year ago, hell, an hour ago, might have been at a point where you were like, oh, this is it. I'm coming to join whoever with whomever next to Michael and Biz Markie. But no, you are here. Keep walking and enjoy it. I know people be like, you only live once. No, you live every day that God gives you. Live and live it your way. And if anybody tell you anything different, remind them that they got a whole life. So if they think you should have kids or be married or have a dog or be having sex or have a better job, do it themselves. Show the way, Jesus. And that's what I would tell my younger self.
Period, Paul.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much, Poe. You're amazing as always. I appreciate you coming by and giving us some words of wisdom. Thank you.
Happy for soul returns. Cheers. Thank y'all for having me. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm gonna watch this episode back over and over.
Oh my goodness.
I'm talking about so many gems being dropped. I love it. So next, my beautiful Tiffany Moon, boss as she is, came all the way and stopped in to say, hey, thank you, babe.
Hey.
Hi, Tiffany.
I was on the episode with Poe, and she was so good. Afterwards, I DM'd her and I was like, why were you not in my life previously? Like, where were you
all those times I was feeling down about myself, that I needed a good girlfriend to give me that kick in the ass and tell me that I was shit when I wasn't feeling shit. You know, like, where were you all my life? And she's like, I don't know, boo, but I'm here now.
Oh, I love it. Poet is amazing. She has this infectious energy. I remember the first time I met her, I was just like, wow, it's not that many people that will blow you away with their energy. She just blew me away. I was just like, wow, you are an incredible person. Like, she's so sweet. I just knew I had to know her, and we just clicked, and we've been in touch ever since. So yes,
that's beautiful.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
Tiffany, Tiffany.
I am just so honored to be here. I was in the operating room all day, and then I put on a little concealer for you all and some fake eyelashes because I decided that without fake eyelashes, I can't even go on Zoom. I was getting my Mila Eve, and I was like, which one am I missing? Because apparently I just use one until it's all gone, and then I use the next one because I have just a tiny bit of OCD. I have lavender, marjoram, and ylang ylang.
Oh, you're missing Sleep Tight.
Oh, well,
that's the best one. They're all good, but that's my favorite.
No, let me tell you, if you add all of those into your diffuser, just do like 3 drops of each one, you're gonna be knocked out. Like,
no, wait, I've been telling myself that I'm like such a chemist now. Like, I mix 3 drops. 4 drops. Like, I am a chemist with the music.
This is the binder that binds them all together. You know?
I love it. Yes.
Tiffany.
Yes.
First of all, I love you. You know this.
I love you more. Hold on. Please hold while I tone my face with some.
Yes, do what you gotta do.
Monique's gonna be like, this turned into an infomercial, girl.
That's flawless glow.
All right, you all good? Y'all shined and beautiful?
I'm good. It's been a rough minute today.
All right, Tiffany, what is some advice that you would give to your younger self?
You know, I thought about this too. I would tell my younger self to not always focus so much on following the rules, because I feel like for 35 years of my life, I was a good girl. I was the quiet, subservient girl that my Asian immigrant parents taught me to be. I never spoke up. I never had an opinion. I never voiced discomfort or dissatisfaction. And then it's like all of a sudden I turned 36 or something, and I was like, I am not happy. Like, I don't want to be this person. I have opinions. Like, I want to disagree sometimes. I want to have a fruitful conversation. But for 35 years, I was taught like never to make a fuss. And look how that turned out. You know, it's not good.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I can definitely. That kind of reminds me of what I said about just not waiting so long to find my voice. I feel completely the same way.
Yeah, because so many times people say children should be seen and not heard, and that's just not true. Like,
right.
And that's what I always love about Moni is her kids have a voice also. She allows them to.
Yes.
They very much have a voice. They will tell you.
Yes.
When Poppy come around, I'll be like, Poppy, you got to put your big girl because Milani will let your ass.
Milani fat shamed her.
Listen.
Milani fat shamed her.
Milani came for Poppy's stomach. She came for Poppy's pajamas. Milani is no joke, okay?
My kids are savage. they will tell like it is. Anisha had to pull out receipts on Milani because Milani was looking at Poppy like, why is her stomach sticking out?
I was feeding
oh my gosh.
I was feeding Poppy. She was probably like 6-7 months, right? The little babies have big stomachs. And Milani was walking by and she was like, she whispered under her breath, but I heard her and she was like, why is her stomach so big?
Oh my God.
Did you pull out pictures of Milani when she was
I will not forget you were a Cabbage Patch baby. Like, excuse me.
Not a
and Milani was huge. When I showed her pictures of herself, I said, you better watch what you say to people. I said, this is you at 6 months old. She was like, wow.
Okay, so Moni's kids speak their truth. Whatever.
Yes, they do. They have a big voice.
Yes.
Tiffany, did you have outspoken friends growing up?
No, I was with a little group of Chinese church girls, and none of us were brave enough to say anything. And so we sort of just perpetuated this stereotype that you should be a good girl and not have an opinion.
Wow, it's so crazy. So I'm gonna tell you a story. And I mean, this won't come as a surprise. So my sister, when we were younger, we lived in an area called Mays Landing in New Jersey, and my sister was best friends with this Vietnamese boy. And we would go over to their house and they would make the best food and we would hang out. And one day his dad told my sister, he said, you can come over anytime, but your sister, she can't come. She too loud. You know me. He was like, she can't come back. She too loud up in here.
Oh my gosh.
But I know what you mean about just that conservatism. It's just like, like just very, like Black people, we just be loud all the time. We can't help it. But I do notice, like, even my son's Indian friends, even my Asian friends, they are very reserved and very like quiet until they get around me, and then they unleash. And just be like, but I love it. I love it. I love that you definitely don't seem like one to hold your tongue. So I'm really impressed.
Well, I was a good, quiet girl for the first 35 years, and then it's just all coming out now, all this repressed energy. So it's, it's backfiring on my parents now.
And that's the beautiful gift of evolving. Like, you're evolving into this beautiful person who's not being run over and holding and biting their tongue. It's beautiful to see. That's great.
Well, I'm glad you guys think so.
Yeah, no, I love it. And it's so crazy how just culturally, how different we can be, but yet we're the same. It's like we're taught one thing and we just think, oh, that's our culture to be a certain way. But then we realize, like, wow, that was just what has been passed down, and then look how you evolve as a person, and then it is a beautiful thing. I love it. I love it. I love who you are, because you be cracking me up.
I'm so glad that we connected.
Yes, always, yes. And we're gonna be doing some bigger things in the future, because I know what you text me. I text you back. I was on my retreat when you text me, so I did see what you said. So yes, we're gonna get together. We'll keep that on the low until you announce it.
We're cooking something.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate you.
Happy birthday, Monique.
Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
I love her.
She's amazing. She is. All right. Who do we have next? Oh, there he is. Can you see who's in the back room?
I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought. I don't know if you saw what I put in the private chat, but
yes, I can. Okay, I can see the chat. All right.
Your private chat, yeah.
Okay.
All righty. Our next guest is the handsome, outspoken, and funny Aaron from House of Aaron.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I want to do a toast too. Okay, I want to do a toast. Yep, glasses up. I can't do a whole diatribe. Okay, I can't do a whole speech because me and Monique, we don't know each other like that. I'm not close like everybody else. But what I can attest to is that she is the ultimate housewife. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, Mr. Aaron.
Excited. Yeah.
What is, some advice that you would give to your younger self?
Advice to my younger self. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it simple. Stop trying to be perfect. Okay, people are gonna take you or they gonna leave you. Most of the time, people are gonna take you how you are. I have a really bad habit of trying to live up to this image of perfection, and a lot of the times I just have to remind myself, just be you. It's okay. Like, you don't have to be this way. You don't have to be that way, because sometimes people don't even know the difference. So you just have to show up as you are and stop putting that much pressure on yourself. So that's pretty much it.
I love it. And
It's
being
just-
a young man, for you to come to that conclusion already is a beautiful thing. Seriously. Because some people, it takes them till they get towards their 40, 50 years old to finally realize that. So I love that you have realized that. But you're an old soul. You were also,
I am.
remember that about you from our last time we had you on.
Yes. Okay. I'm up there, but we don't look like it.
Right.
Yeah. Even though we having birthdays, but we still looking 21.
You know what I'm saying? Look, that's what I'm trying to do. I love it.
Listen, you already there, okay? With
Yeah.
the locks and the skin and everything. Okay, I feel out of place. Everybody's all dressed up.
What?
Yes.
A bodysuit with some running pants on.
I'm dressed up from the waist up, from the waist down.
Exactly.
And everybody look good. But I'm trying to figure out why you allow Jay to create chaos on your show. I didn't know about this drama.
What you talking about with Patty King?
What's going on with the drama, Jay? What are you doing?
Breathing.
Oh, okay.
Just breathing.
Okay. I know how you can irritate folks sometimes, so it's
me.
I gotta watch the episode.
I am an angel.
Oh, yeah.
I come bearing love and smiles and happiness.
Yeah. With a dash of shade.
A dash. Baby, a couple. Okay.
Aaron, are you attacking me? What's going on?
I'm not attacking you. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh yeah, you have to go
I'm
back
trying
and
to dig deep.
watch what episode was that? Copycats?
Yes.
It was a Copycats episode. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
You don't need to.
I will. I will. But happy birthday, Monique. Thank you so much for inviting me. Y'all have a good rest of your evening.
Bye, Aaron. All right,
Bye.
I'm so glad I have my thing muted. Poppy done popped another balloon. You're down to 2. We started with
Pop them all, Poppy. Her name is Poppy.
Like, I'm right here near the cactus plant, so like she literally just popped and goes, "Oh no!" Oh,
her name is Poppy. She's living up to her name. Pop the balloons, Poppy.
Yo, it's so funny because Poppy lives up to her name and Chase lives up to his. Like now,
Chase
like, on the run. Like Yes. All right, let's get it going. We're a little over an hour, and I appreciate y'all for still sticking with us. We have a few more guests, and then I need to give y'all the conclusion of what I'm going to tell my younger self. So make sure
everybody's waiting for that.
Not Mary put the video in the chat. What's she doing? What's she doing?
Oh, now that's messy. That's just a messy video.
Oh my God. Sorry, I am dying. And she said messy video.
Oh my. Well then.
Oh my God. Yes. Go ahead and get them views up. Go ahead.
Whoever watches the video, just know that is not the Jay today. The new Jay is very collected and happy.
I love it. All right, let's introduce our next guest.
Oh, yes. Our next guest is the hilarious, super shady King of Shade, aka
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Oh my God, it's so good to have you back.
Yes.
I want to get you back for an episode, but you've been booked and busy.
Look.
You got your podcast. I can't wait to be a guest on.
Yes,
I'm
excited.
so excited. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me and inviting me. I feel special and honored.
You are, because you're the only person who can come on to my page and make a comment about my sis Portia. And I'd be like,
oh, yes.
Go ahead.
You know,
I'm like, go ahead, Jasper.
You know, a little shade, a little fun shade.
A little shady?
That's a little bit. It's nice.
She is
That's
hilarious. If y'all don't follow King of Shade on Instagram, y'all don't know what y'all missing. And even though we disagree on certain things, I still enjoy his content. It's hilarious.
Thank you.
He is the King of Shade. He lives
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, King of Shade.
Yes.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Okay, I wrote like a little because I can't remember it a lot. So my brain gonna get old. But I'm gonna say, hey, little Jasper, you are going to face a lot of triumphs, but also a lot of tragedies in your life. As a child, what you experience at that age will affect you throughout your adulthood. The one thing that will be your biggest hurdle to jump is your inability to forgive, because you guard your heart and emotions from allowing you to tap into that empathetic part of yourself, because you see forgiveness as a weakness instead of strength. You will fear being vulnerable because you are afraid of getting hurt because you've been hurt so much. Just know in time you will realize all of this I'm telling you now, and you will work on these things and grow into the amazing, beautiful, strong, smart, confident human being and shadiest king of them all.
Oh,
I had to get deep on it tonight.
Yes.
You know?
Wow.
Like, what would I tell myself?
I love it. I love that
Yes.
you. I love that you. The advice you gave was advice of comfort.
Yeah.
You know, like because some people, and even the ones that are watching, have gone through trauma, have gone through moments where, especially in your younger life, where you feel as though it will break you. But to give yourself that encouragement to say, no, you're going to get through this. You're going to move forward. I think that's just a beautiful thing, and everybody needs to hear that. You know, even now.
Yeah.
So that I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to see this side of you. It's refreshing. I like it.
Well, thank you. Everyone says that they want to see this other side, so I'm letting y'all, letting the world see y'all.
Yeah.
I can turn down the ratchetness and be calm and be a productive citizen to society.
I know that's right.
Come on, citizen.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much. Tell everybody the name of your podcast.
It's called Making It Make Sense with Isaiah, Jasper, and Theo. It's on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, now iHeartRadio. So we're streaming everywhere. So check it out.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I love it. Welcome
Thank you.
to
And happy
Fabulous.
birthday, Monique. Happy birthday. And I want to thank you because you were an angel sent to me this year for my family because we went through a lot this year. So I just want to publicly thank you for being there for me.
Oh, anytime. You are such a light, and I really appreciate you. You like people need to know this side of you because I know you. Yes. Yeah. Because outside of the shade, Jasper has the biggest heart, and he gives the most amazing words of encouragement. And you've got me through some moments where I've been very frustrated. So I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for coming on tonight. And I can't wait to be on your podcast.
Thank you, and I'm excited. Can't wait till you get there so we can chat it up. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You have a great night.
You too.
Oh, that was cute.
Yes.
Really cute.
All right. Yes. All right. Who do we have next?
All righty. We have the very soft-spoken, handsome, and very organized Adam from Up and Adam.
Soft-spoken and organized? I don't know if I'm either one of
very
those.
organized and put together.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. You do have a soothing voice, though. So.
Yeah. And
I just
let
wanted
me
to say,
you are very organized because we had an impromptu, like, let's get together and meet up. Adam was texting me all kind of options, and I mean, here's the link to the venue. Here's the address if you want to go there. We met up in West Palm, and we had the best time.
it was so much fun. Oh my gosh. I have to say, obviously this started with, I cover Bravo and stuff like that. And this started with just loving you on the show, but meeting you in person, I had so much more fun. And you were exactly who you were on the show. So I have to applaud and appreciate that because Jason and I, by the way, Jason is my fiance. My fiance and I met up with Monique. Happy birthday. And Riley, I'm a huge fan. I love you. So
I'm a fan of yours also.
Hey, I'll keep you around.
Wow. Love you.
No, I think we had, the best time, and it was so great to meet you and your family and your mom and your sister, and everybody was so much fun. And then we did it again, and we fell in love with this little cigar lounge. Yes! My 13-year-old niece came to visit, and she's like, "Where should we go?" I said to Jason, "Should we go to the cigar lounge?" She's like, "No, she's 13." I was like, "Oh, sorry." This is. But no, I mean, I'm so excited to be here. You've had such an awesome panel. I love the shade that Aaron was throwing towards Jay. Jay, I love you as well. This is a great group of, people that you have on. And Poe was amazing. Dr. Tiffany Moon, I love her. And even Jasper, I'm getting to know Jasper now. While I was waiting in the chat, I'm like looking at his Instagram and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yes. No, I had such an amazing time. Oh my God, in West Palm, it was just a beautiful trip. And you and Jason are amazing. And I'm just like so blown away from y'all. And that cigar, like we talked about how to smoke cigars. I love that y'all went back. That is so dope.
Yes.
We had so much fun. We talked like for hours. We literally shut the place down. Like literally. They were closed.
Yeah, they were. I think they came out and actually said that. And you know what was so funny about that trip is it almost made. First of all, guys, I blame Jason on this because I'm not the best on social media. But Jason's like, I think Monique is in Palm Beach County. And you asked me, you're like, how did you know that? Because people are asking me, am I in the Caribbean? Where am I? You know?
Right.
And Jason's like, this is literally across from where we live. This is, we can see where she's at from our place. And I was like, no way. So I look at the video and I was like, Monique, you're in West Palm. We have to meet up. And I didn't think that, you know, I was thinking that you were probably busy, but it was so much fun. I'm so happy we had the chance to do it. And Chris's birthday, a lot of fun. Your sister, she is hilarious. I can't with her, but she's amazing.
Yeah, he met my sister, my mom, and my mom's boyfriend Willie. We went to a rooftop bar and had a great time. A second night, and my sister's off the chain. Everybody who's been watching Tea with Monique already knows what to expect from Tasha. I don't know where she is, but Tasha is a big ball of fun, like all the time. She is crazy. But yes, Adam, what would you tell your younger self?
You know, I was listening to everyone's answers and I thought that I would come here with like a really good one, like pretty pre-manufactured, like I have like a storyline to give to you guys. But no, I grew up in a family with 11 brothers and sisters, you know, and I was the only gay one in the family. So I would have to say, because I always stressed so much not to be myself, because there was kind of like a line that we were all supposed to walk. And my dad always preached to me, work is called work. It's not called fun. But I had this dream because I saw in the movies and on Google, Los Angeles, right? So I always kind of reserved who I was and what I wanted to do because I didn't want them to think like, oh, he's gay or he's this. And now if I could look back and think, now I do what I love for a career. So it is actually fun. So I don't have to call it work anymore. You know, I've had so many experiences and I get to be my true, most authentic self. I wish myself from like 0 to 20 would have known that, because now looking back, I'm like, I wasted so much time trying to hide who I was, not even getting to be myself. So really not even living until after 20. And now I'm 28. So I feel like I kind of robbed myself of a lot of years because I knew at 8 years old, right? So I don't know. If I looked back, that's what I would say.
Yes, no, I think that's great. And you know, I always say, and I think I might even said this already earlier, you never, like, there's people who are literally 40, 50, 60 years old who are struggling and they never get to the point where they're able to just be, you know? So even though you look back and you're like, dang, I could have just said something back then, the fact that you are 28 and you're able to come to that conclusion and live out the rest of your life,
there's still time.
Still, oh my God. It's, to me, I feel like whenever we're approached with difficulty or decision making or anything dealing with ourselves in life, we're literally like this. We're in a circle. And it's like, okay, am I going to elevate to the next level? Am I going to get the lesson? Some people will do this for 50, 60, 70 years, and they'll pass on and they still like this. They never have moved, you know? So my thing is, anytime you keep seeing something reappear and it's something that you're supposed to climb, if it's a mountain, get over the mountain. Just do it, because once you do, you'll open up so much more. And as long as you have gotten to that next level, that's all that matters, you know? So be grateful for where you are now. And at least you're able to tell that story and share it with other people who may be struggling with the same thing, whether they're younger or older than you. So I love it.
No, and I agree. And I have to just kind of chime in and piggyback off of something that you said that's so important. Sometimes we don't realize, like, I have a few friends now that are moving out of state and they're so afraid. And I'm like, these are the best moments when you make a change, whether it's within yourself or your life or your business. Those are the moments where you're so afraid that you just know there's something on the other side. And it's so hard to see right in the moment, right? But they're the moments that challenge us and allow us to grow. I get so excited about those moments. You know, I'm so thankful. Obviously, like I said, you met Jason, and every like year and a half, Jason's like, all right, let's move across the country. Let's quit our jobs. Let's do this. And now hitting like almost 30, I'm like, okay, you need to calm down with that shit. That's not happening. But in my 20s, my early 20s, I was like, yes, let's go for an adventure, because I learned so much about myself and I had the ability to grow. Now, listen, if you guys can grow from your house or your apartment or your mansion, wherever else you're at, and you can just stay still like a tree with your roots, I'm good too. I get that. But for me, I had to get up.
Yes, I love it. No, I appreciate you, Adam. Thank you so much for being here. Tell my boo Jason I said what's up.
He's in the other room. He's in the other room watching. He's like, can I come in there? I was like, no, I'm joining. No.
I want to say hi.
I'll definitely, we'll have to get together with you soon. And I think we'll be coming up to DC in November, December. So I'll definitely shoot you a text too, because I would love to meet up with you guys.
Yes,
and Riley,
yeah,
I want to see you there.
Oh, I hope so. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Adam. Have a good night. We'll talk soon for sure.
Hey, thank you guys. And it was so great seeing you. Happy birthday and cheers.
Bye, guys. Cheers. Oh.
All right. Woo! This has been
She's
so
so
much
cute.
fun. First of
Yes.
all, this has been amazing.
Listen, we about to call this the grand finale right here.
Okay.
Y'all know I love me some Body Blue.
Hey y'all.
What is that, girl?
Oh my God. So much. Happy birthday, Monique. I'm happy to be here. Hey everybody.
Hey.
I'm very grateful to be in the space. I wanted to say thank you, first of all, for asking me, and thank you for forming the relationship that I have with you, because I really feel like you're amazing, and I love everything that you've done. And with everything going on, over there on that show, I love that this is where you are, and what you're doing with your life at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're happy and you're healthy and your family's happy and healthy and your business is striving, and you don't have to deal with that stress in order to do that. And I feel like no matter what anybody says, that's the aha. That's the gotcha, bitch. That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the coup de grace to the situation. Is I don't need to be over there stressing myself out in order to have all of this. And it's not like that. It's like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy for you, and I love Mila Eve, and I support the business. Like, my husband puts the oils in, the humidifier, it does its thing. Like, he just told me the other day, he was like, her oils are really good. He was like, I put it in there, it was really good. Because I was like, did you put something in there? He was like, yeah, because it's all the way upstairs and you can smell it all the way down here.
Wow,
And
I love it.
listen, I love it. I love
That's
it.
beautiful. Bondi, can I just say that your voice makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah.
Like, your voice is just so soothing, and it just makes me smile.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that.
But while you're here, I might as well ask you the question. What advice would you give to your younger self?
I have been really sitting here thinking about that, like, as y'all have been talking, because so much has happened, like, in my life. Like, I'm just coming off the second natural disaster, to affect me. And, I think I've been doing like a lot of looking back, and ultimately at 33, I feel like what I wish I would have known just in my 20s was everything's going to be okay. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and don't even worry about or think about coulda, woulda, shoulda. Just live in a moment and make the decisions that you feel you should make, because I always wanted to be an actress or go to Hollywood or just get the hell out of New Orleans. And I did that for 5 minutes and then I had to come back. And, I came back because my father had cancer, and I was in Atlanta, when Tyler Perry had just started doing everything. I mean, our acting coach was one of the actresses that he would work with all the time. That one old lady that flipped out after they smoked the weed because she saw the bunnies all over the place.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, she was the dean of theater at Clark at the time that I was there, and I was in all the plays, and I'm just, like, I'm doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing, and I had to come back here, and I had to get a job. And even though it was in my field, I kept feeling like I should have been doing this and I should have been doing that. And now that I'm at this place and doing this and still making these types of connections with people, I feel like I should have been listening to my mom the whole time. And you listen, but it doesn't sink in. And I think now I get it. And I really don't stress as much as I used to. And it's easier to self-soothe. Sometimes without the liquor, but we have the liquor today. But sometimes without the liquor. But it's easier now to understand that when things happen, it's okay. And it's going to be okay because it's been okay. even when it's bad, you get to the other side of it because you're you and you're going to get to the other side of it. So it doesn't matter what it is. So I think my best advice to my younger self is just trust yourself and relax, man. Relax. It's good. You got it.
I love it.
That was beautiful.
That is.
Woo.
Thank you so much, Bondi. You're an amazing person.
Thank
with an
you.
amazing voice. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, yes, Bondi's voice.
Yes.
I love it. And I
Yes.
appreciate you being here. Thank you for your words of wisdom. This has been an amazing episode. But yes, I love you and I thank you for being here, for taking
I
time.
love you and I
Yes.
love everybody and thank y'all so much for having me and y'all have a good rest of y'all night and
Too.
enjoy the birthday.
Yes.
All right, girly. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, wait. That was the last person, right?
Yes.
Okay, wait. First, okay. Remember how Buffy was like, "Oh, wait, I wanted to come to Tucson. I should have came to Tucson." Right? When Moni said she was going to Tucson, I was like, "Oh my god, I should come." I'm on the West Coast. I was like, "Oh my god, I should come for a couple days." She was like, "Ha ha ha." I was like, "Oh, that's screw you too then." That's number one. Number two, Riley's show, her first show after 2 years in the pandemic, is December 14th.
14th, yes.
And I leave for Africa on December 14th. So now I'm upset that I won't be there. So mad at you too.
Wait, how are you mad at me? You are the reason. Hold on. You are the reason I have this show because I manifested this show.
You should have manifested it on a different date.
Exactly.
No, I took whatever they gave me first. I was like, a Tuesday, I'm right on that stage.
I was like, December 14th, I literally leave DCA to Africa on December.
Well, listen, you can go to Africa anytime. You can go to Africa anytime, but my comeback show is only one time. I'm kidding. No, there'll be plenty. Manifesting that there will be plenty more shows, and you can come to that too.
Well, Riley, I will be there December 14th. Okay, because I told you I wanted to go, and I will be there.
Y'all know I'm selfish. Y'all know I'm selfish. So just know I feel okay about it. Okay, wait, Moni, I didn't get to say any kind words about you. I don't know how I can like sum up like 30 plus years in like a few minutes. But I wrote some notes. But I will say,
wait, is
Moni
this like
is
the wedding? Is this like the wedding reception?
No, it won't be the wedding. It won't be the wedding. I will say that like Moni is like the most patient with my bullshit. Like from the first day I met her, I was on some bullshit, like tie my shoe, girl. She's like, hell no, girl. Always from day one, she's always been the most patient with my bullshit and my stubbornness and my selfishness or being self-centered, like to the point where she will call my mom and say, you need to talk to your daughter because she's being away. So like, I just appreciate your patience with me and just being so like, stubborn and selfish and self-centered. The other thing I want to say, like, she is literally one of the loves of my life. Before Poppy came, like, she was it for me. And to the point so that, like, I'm very protective of her. Like, she'll, like, ask Chris, ask Moni, like, I am like, screw her, screw him, get her out of here, fuck her. Like, I'm very, like, protective of her. Like, I don't let anybody. I remember like when we were at your bachelorette party at Love in the club, and like, people were trying to come in the section. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, protective of her because I know her spirit, like she's so giving and she's so kind and she's super open-hearted, almost to a fault. Like that's how like giving she is. Like to the point I'm like, girl, you better be glad you weren't me, because I'd be like, that's it, She gives answers to people who sometimes may or may not be deserving of it. So that's what I would say. I think that's all my notes. Yeah. Yeah. That's all my notes. I love you so much. And I will see you next week. And yeah, that's it.
Oh my God. It's so funny. Like, I feel like throughout our life, there have always been, it's almost like my Libra scales. It's like we literally will like balance each other when we need that balance, And it's like the moments where I need somebody to like reassure me, there you are. and then vice versa, so that's always been our friendship since we were younger. We were so similar that it was just it was like we had so much in common. We were in 3rd grade, and I told this story before, I believe, on the channel. And our teacher, Mr. Weinstein, who I could not stand. And if you're out here listening, Mr. Weinstein, I still can't stand you.
Well, damn.
I just felt like he didn't like Black kids, and it was.
Well, he's probably dead now.
And it was, he would just do real sideways stuff. And if I'm wrong, sorry, but that's how I felt.
He's probably dead now.
But one thing I will say I appreciate him for is that he saw that me and Anisha were bumping heads, but he also saw through our differences and said, these two need to be together. And he literally made us sit together. And that's how we started to realize, like, okay, pretty cool, Yeah. So that's
beautiful.
You know what's crazy? A really funny story before you go on. I remember when, I think it was 4th grade, and I had a teacher who was sick, and they kept giving us a substitute. So my mom transferred me to Washington Avenue, and that's where I saw Dyneeva. And Dyneeva was I heard my cousin told me that you make people tie your shoes. I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Excuse me, Dyneeva. Excuse me. But it goes back that far. So, I love you more than life, and I'm so grateful for you.
And then let me also just say, Riley you have in so many ways inspired me. You always say that I was the one that was there for you, but you were there for me in ways that I don't even realize. We've talked about it and we've had conversation, but you helped me to not be that judgmental person. You helped me to be that understanding, loving person when it came to my own family. And you allowed me to be open and to be free to love people for who they are, And it's like you've always been just that bubbly, happy person, endless romantic. And it's like if anybody ever loses hope when it comes to love, y'all need to just DM her. Riley will pick you up and she will help you see the brighter side of whatever situation you're going through. And you just have a gift for that. And I appreciate everything that you do for not just the people around you, but I don't even know if you realize how much you're impacting people in the LGBTQ community, because you're such an open book. When I remember when years ago, you were actually thinking about writing a book. You were talking about writing a book, and to see how much you've just opened up even since then, and how much you've just blossomed as a person, that in itself, you seriously need to write that book. Seriously, because your journey, I don't think people can fully appreciate your journey. And it's not just about being transgender, it's your journey as a human. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you've gone through to get to the point where you are like, you know what, screw what everybody else has to say. I love me. And this is who I am. So that needs to be a book. So, manifest that, Riley.
Yes.
I remember when Riley and Moni were friends go through things. So when Riley and Moni were going through their thing, I was like, Riley was still doing my makeup at Comcast Sportsnet. And I was like, listen, I know you got your shit with Riley, but she is my person, okay? So
I don't know how I made the cut out of everybody, all the friends that you're like, no. How do I make the cut?
Bible, I think Riley is the only friend of initially being Moni's friend that I've kept.
We hung out in New York and in LA.
My person.
Yes.
Oh, I love y'all so much. Y'all don't know how much I need to hear this right now. We'll talk later. But I damn. Damn.
Well, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's so funny because we had a conversation yesterday just talking about growth. And I really feel like I appreciate you because you are so vulnerable on this channel. I don't even know if you realized it, but I remember moments from when we were doing tea with Monique, even back in January. You opened up to us about your father. You opened up to us about a situation that happened to you when you were younger. You have been so vulnerable. And that's why people love you on Tea with Monique, because you have been an open book. You have allowed us to see your growth. You've allowed us to know what you have been dealing with within yourself and with things around you. And you have literally let us witness how you have grown. And I think it's a beautiful thing. You're a beautiful person. I appreciate you being here every week, being my co-host, and just inspiring people. Like, we were talking yesterday, and I said it's crazy because we have such an interesting dynamic with our audience. We have people that are my age and upward, and then we have people that are Jay ages, his age and downward. And it's like, it's a channel that brings people together who are meant to be here.
Right.
People who watch Tea with Monique are meant to be here. You're here not for drama, not for the latest news, not for the latest tea and the gossip. You're here because you know that we talk about real life stuff that can help change your direction and is truly beneficial for your soul. If you're on a soul journey, you come here and you're going to walk away with some encouragement, something that's going to get you started for the rest of your week and help you to see the brighter side to whatever you're going through. And that's what I have hoped for with this channel. And that's what I feel like we've achieved. So I'm really grateful for you. I'm grateful for everybody in the Boss Squad. Mary, you are the absolute most amazing. I hope to meet you one day. Like, you're cracking me up. I feel like I'm getting to know Mary every week as well.
It's hilarious.
You see,
point.
What's so beautiful about you is that it is your birthday and you are still uplifting everybody.
I know. That's why I'm sitting here thinking, like, it's your day, girl. Why are you talking about me? You didn't say my birthday already.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Y'all make sure y'all go see Riley's show. Y'all better get y'all tickets.
Yes.
Oh my God. Sorry, Anisha.
I don't want the free tickets. I'm buying my own because I want to sit right front row and center.
Do another one in January.
Huh?
Do another one in January.
Well,
I'm really upset because like literally our flight leaves Dulles at like 6-something p.m. and it's like literally at the time your show starts. Like, I'll literally
my show starts at 8.
And then like,
oh my God. No, she can't do January because January I'm going to be in Africa.
But you would have already seen December.
So what? I want to go to every show. I've seen her.
Oh, she called. Yeah, she'll still be there.
I might do a surprise appearance and dance on stage.
Well, then maybe in February because I have to film more of my show for Amazon and Netflix in January. So we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
I'll be back in Africa February 9th. So just make sure.
Look, we gotta put everything on hold. My dentist is like. My dentist is just like, I'm like, we can't put braces on yet. She's like, why? I said, because I have to film a show. So we got to wait till January. She's like, can't put them on now. Nope. Sorry, girl.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, look, y'all, we are an hour and a half into the show. And I do want to share with y'all what I would tell my younger self.
Yes.
So, it's so crazy. Okay. Where do I even start? Everything that has happened over the course of my 38 years of being on this amazing Mother Earth has happened exactly the way it should have for me. Everybody's journey is different. I think at the end of the day, what I've come to realize is that I want to be enlightened. I want to know my inner self. I want to be more intuitive. I want to know that I can trust myself when it comes to making big decisions. And in order for me to do that, I had to go on a spiritual journey that I've been on for well over a year. And I've been very adamant about really learning to listen to that inner voice, to listen to God, and to know that that's God speaking to me. This is the right decision I should make. One of the things that I tend to do is overthink. I'm such an overthinker. Maybe it's because I'm a triple Libra. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out there who are also overthinkers. But one thing that I have learned is that when you can really develop that relationship with God, when you can really trust your gut instinct, and your gut tells you every single time. And I always say I'm a person that if I come against something and it's like, yep, that's good, or I don't know about that. I don't know about that it's not for me. And that's what I need to start trusting. There's a lot of things that I look back on and I say, wow, if I would have just listened to my gut instinct when this happened or when that happened, things would have turned out different. But instead of looking back on those things and regretting or wishing that I could change it or turn it around, I now look back on those things and I say, you know what? It was what needed to happen for me to get to where I am today on October 6th, 2021. So if anybody knows anything about numbers, you know that the number 12 is the number of completion. You know that the number 13 is the number of transformation. So when I say the number 12 is the number of completion, think about the zodiac sign. There's 12 zodiac signs. Think about how many months we have in a year. There's 12 months in a year. Think about how many disciples the Christ had. There's 12 disciples. Think about the number 12 in itself. It's always a complete, right? When you reach the number 13, that is about transformation. That's when transformation happens. You have 12 jurors in a courtroom. The 13th person is the judge. You have 12 zodiac signs, but the 13th symbol is the sun. You have 12 disciples, but the 13th symbol is the Christ. You see what I'm saying? So I was sitting back on my whole retreat and I had different intentions every day. And I said, you know what? I want to accomplish this today. By the end of that day, I had this aha moment and I was like, wow, mission accomplished. And then on to the next day. My last day there, I was meditating. And it was weird because I feel like every day my schedule was it was divine. It was divinely laid out and it led up to this final moment. My last morning, I went to a morning meditation and I was trying to meditate and I could not get myself to get to that point where I could just meditate. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm all in my head, you know? And I finally relaxed and I opened my eyes and I meditated with my eyes open. And it was so funny because in that moment, I was like, wow, this is how I meditate. I'm 38 years old. I've been meditating a long time, so I thought. And I realized finally, I was like, this is how I meditate. I'm a person who meditates with my eyes open. Wow, this is insane. I never realized that about myself. My husband catches me doing it all the time. He'll see me just kind of staring off into space and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, my eyes feel comfortable right here. And I don't want to move them. I didn't realize that was my way of meditating. So as I'm leaving the meditation session, I felt God speak to me and say, this is what you've always done. Stop overthinking. You're doing exactly what you're called to do. And I was like, wow. So then I just felt something in me say, you are finally complete. 38 years. That's how long it took for you to get to that point of completion. You have figured out things about yourself that you didn't know. You have gone through trials and tribulations and tests in front of people. And you had to be vulnerable. You had to show everybody your process. And all of that was necessary to get you to this day. So then I was thinking, I was like, yeah, 10/6/1983. And I felt something to say, no, 10/6/2021. So I was like, okay, what is the significance in that? You know, 1 + 0 is 1, + 0 is 1, + 6 is 7, + 2 is 9, + 0 is 9, + 2 is 11, + 1 is 12. Complete.
Shut up.
Oh
Shut
my.
Shut up. Shut up.
Now, I've got to the point where I say, when certain things come to me, now that I fully trust my intuition, I know that when certain things come to me, it's not me thinking them. This is what God has given me, you know, and I finally have gotten to the point where I accept it, I appreciate it, and I acknowledge it. When I hear God whisper something in my ear that I know is not my thought, but it makes plenty sense, I've learned to say thank you and to say it out loud so that I'm acknowledging what God has given me, and it's strengthening my intuition even more. So I say on this day, October 6th, 2021, I'm complete. And now tomorrow I'll be transformed, moving on to the next phase of my journey. And I'm really excited. So That's what I would
Oh
tell
my God.
I love that for you. Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. Amazing.
I'm gonna pour some more and cheers to that. Okay.
Yes. There's nothing left in here, but here we go.
That is everything.
Amazing.
I don't know what Poppy was saying when you were muted, but she was like,
Girl, he was he was going off. Like
she was reading somebody. She's so cute. But oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. It's so crazy because I've been wanting to know what happened while you were at your retreat. But this is amazing.
So much more in the middle. So I will say that the whole time I was there, I didn't turn my phone on. I mean, no social media, no texting, no even. I talked to my husband and my kids twice in 5 days, and it was what I needed. And to get to that point, I talked to a few of my friends who are moms, and they were like, I can't even imagine leaving my house for that amount of time. Oh my God. And I was just like, you know what? You get to the point sometimes where you don't care. You know what you need. And I would not have been able to achieve what I needed to achieve had it not been for that alone time.
Right.
And I knew that God was pushing me to see something.
Yeah.
And people who watched the episode we did with Chris Medina, and he said, you're so close. You're like so close. I can see you coming to your point even within the next year. And then an intuitive healer told me, she said, you're so close that you can literally just blink and you're right there. And she told me, she said, stop overthinking. And I'm like, wow, I keep getting the same message. I'm on this retreat and I'm still overthinking all up into the very last minute, right before I literally checked out, put my suitcase into the car. As I'm leaving the meditation, I bust out laughing. I know people are probably looking at me like, what is she laughing at?
Wow.
But I just bust out laughing because I was like, wow, I do overthink. And now I see it's so clear. It's so easy. And it was just it was an amazing journey. It's
so funny because the first time I met you, I remember I gave you a gift, and one of the books was like tips about overthinking. Mm-hmm. And in my head, you know, I didn't know like how deep it was and how deep you actually do overthink.
Yeah.
But it's like certain things I caught on right away. So I was like, okay, maybe she would like this book. And hearing this like months later is crazy. And I never knew how deep that was for you.
Yeah. I never even knew. And it's like you were it was like the universe was using you to give her a hint, give her a little push, a little nudge, you know? And it's like I kept getting these little nudges. And I'm so far into my head that I don't even realize that I'm overlooking certain things, or, you know, it's just one of those things about life. It's like you kind of sit back and really just like pay attention to what's going on, but not think so far into it that you lose what the message is supposed to be, you know? Right. So yeah, so it was beautiful. I journaled the whole time I was there. Every time I did an activity, or even when I did my spa treatments, I wrote, how did I feel about it? How did my body feel? How did I respond? What was my breathing like? Stuff that I would not have the time to do if I was home with my husband and my 3 kids and my dog. And, you know, so it's always so many things going on, the business and the, you know,
Let me tell you, Monique never leaves her kids. She never vacations without her kids. Meanwhile, me with Poppy, she's like, I'm going to Tulum, I'm going by. But when she told me she was going to Tucson, I was like, I'm so proud of you for leaving your kids. Her response was like, they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Oh my God, it's so true.
But the thing is you went and made yourself even better for them, you know?
Right.
So this is amazing.
Yeah. And you know what I do appreciate is the fact that not only did my husband, like, of course he would know, he's grown, you know, not only did he appreciate and understand what I was doing, but even my kids understood. They were just like, Mommy, you need this break. Like, they got it.
They see how hard you work. Yeah.
Yes.
And Christopher is the one. Christopher be like he is the one. He's so grown.
So wise.
Yes, so wise.
Oh my gosh.
So wise.
It's so funny because I just felt like, especially with Christopher, I look at him and I see so much of me, but because of just my journey, I know that it won't take him 38 years. He'll get there in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. But I wanted to make sure that my kids understood that mommy needs a break, not because of you, not because of my children, not because you know, I need a break, and everyone should get a break. And I even told them, I said, y'all should enjoy this break from me. I'm like, I'm the one that's making sure you're doing your schoolwork. I'm the one that's disciplinarian. I'm the one that's like, no iPad time. Maybe you can play for 10 minutes. Maybe, I said, so y'all should enjoy this break of mommy.
Right.
Do you think you'll do it again?
Hell yeah.
Yes. I told her yesterday, because I called her, and when she was explaining to me about the different activities she did and all that, I said, you need to do this like annually, like do this often, because she was so excited telling me what she did and hiking and all types of stuff. And I feel like you need to do that way often.
Yeah, every 6 months. Every 6 months. And it was the perfect amount of time that I needed, because I was there for 5 days, 4 nights. And as I got on the plane, I got so excited to get home.
Wow.
You know, like I was like, oh, this was really good. And I came home, and even since then, I feel so refreshed. I feel excited. I had the time to think about what activities I want to do with my children, and you know what I want us to do together as a family, how I can focus on each individual one. And it just gave me this sense of empowerment. Like, I feel like I'm a good mom, but I feel like I'm an even better mom now just because I had that time, you know?
Awesome.
I needed it.
You're not tired. You're not tired. You have energy. There is enough hours in the day to do it all.
Yes. So JC, Monique, have you ever thought about learning Reiki, or have you already trained?
Oh, Reiki. Oh my God.
What is that? Wait, what is that?
Reiki is like a healing thing. You have somebody like over you, like healing you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Reiki. I don't do psychics, but Reiki. Oh my God! Like
really,
everything. I had a Reiki healing done a few times, and then maybe like my third or fourth time, I had the Reiki person tell me like, "Hey, you should train to be a Reiki healer because you have a very open heart chakra." And long story short, I helped deliver my best cousin's firstborn, like after she was about to have a C-section. Like it, insane. If you
really
had a Reiki healing, I promise to God.
You should, Nisha. You should, because when you told me that story, I was like, you got something going.
Like after I told everybody in my family like the story, everybody was like, "Oh my God, you're a witch. Like you're weird." That's how crazy and real my Reiki healing was.
So how do you find a good one? How do you find a good one?
Well, in LA, there was one that I use all the time. Her name was Kristen, but I'm pretty sure in DC, there's one, or wherever you
yeah.
I'm sorry, there's one that you'll be like lean towards.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say remember and Jay at the same time. Remember, Jay, when we were at the Salt Cave, remember I made my appointment with the young lady at Bethesda Salt Cave.
Yeah.
I went and she does Reiki and she does intuitive healing. I went and saw her before I left for my trip. When I tell you, first of all, this is what I hope for the people out there who are super religious. Please hear me when I say this, because I grew up very super religious. Okay. So please hear me and let this resonate. There are certain things that God gives us as gifts. And let me tell you, our society, especially here in America, has taught us to disregard the gifts of people simply because they don't practice the same religion that we practice. And I hope that people will be open-minded enough to know that if God can give you certain gifts, he can give other people gifts.
That's true.
This session that I had with this woman was not only amazing, but she also gave me tips that also helped my parenting. She saw things about my children that I didn't see, or that I saw but didn't really know how to correct, and gave me this beautiful advice on just how to do simple things to kind of help them avoid some of the things that I had to go through when I was a kid.
Wow.
But this intuitive healer, she does Reiki, and she said, I can do Reiki or I can do an intuitive healing session where I actually touch you, but I'm also increasing and helping your energy, removing bad energy, all of that. So I did it. And she said the same things. She said that, as soon as she started the session, she said, whoa. And I was like, what? She said, you shifted from mom to God. She said, I don't know what journey you're on, but you're like right there. How crazy is that? She don't know nothing about me.
Let me tell you, the Reiki healing I had, the lady, me and my sister, like we never fight, but we had the biggest fight where it was a fist fight. And the Reiki, when I got back to LA, I had a Reiki healing, and the lady said, she was like, I see there's a boy, a little boy, and he's very sad. He's very upset. And me and my sister had a fist fight in front of my nephew, in front of her son. And when she said that, mind you, I don't do psychics.
Yeah.
But when she said that, I was like, I didn't put it on Instagram, no Twitter, no Facebook. How did you know this? She said there's a little boy who's upset with what he saw. And
wow,
mind blown. So I promise you, Reiki healings heal your soul. I promise to God, like they are everything.
Yeah. No, it's really good. She actually told me that I dislocated my shoulder at some point in my life when I was young. And I was just like, I don't remember dislocating my shoulder. She was like, yeah. I said, wait. I said, you know what's funny? I said, my range of motion in my right shoulder is very limited. I could barely get my arm behind my back. And I said, it's always been that way. I said, but my left arm, I can literally touch my neck. I can literally like put my arm back there. And she said, yeah. She said, it might have happened when you were a baby. It could have happened when you were a small child, just somebody picking you up and nobody knowing. She said, but you have some ligament damage in your shoulder. Oh. Now, how the heck she know that? It allowed me to see that that's something that I need to be working on, and that's just not how my body is. Wow. There was something that happened that allowed that to be the way it is. But that stuff is real. It really is. And I'm just like, as I go about my spiritual journey, I ask God to cover and protect me and my family, and just help us to lead us in the right direction that is all about us being more enlightened, understanding what our purpose is, and then whatever's beneficial for our journey, our soul purpose, and that's what's been happening. And I mean, yeah, I just feel like people need to recognize that God is real, and our definition of God, just because we're involved in different religious practices, it doesn't change who God is. His power, or his or her power, however y'all want to call it, it is what it is. And the more you know yourself and you lean on God, the more you'll be in line with what you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be. So I'm very grateful, y'all. I am at a place in my life where I'm like, I finally arrived.
Oh,
really good. I feel really good. And everything that I've been through to get to this point, I'm grateful for. Whatever embarrassment, whatever shame, whatever guilt, whatever bad choices, it all was for a reason. If I had to make all of those bad choices, if I had to drag a hoe, get called out on social media, if I had to do all that, it was worth me being where I am right now. And I will say that firmly. It's necessary. So yes. So that's what it is, So I thank God for this journey. And I feel like God has kept me this entire way, allowing me to lean on the universe and everything that God has given me. And then also allowing me to strengthen that intuition and spend more time with myself. And lo and behold, 38. Hey, I love it.
Wow. Yeah. This was amazing.
Yes.
This was everything. Wait, was it almost 3 hours or 2 hours? I'm on the West Coast.
Almost
2 hours.
Yeah. I knew we would go over, but
almost 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, I knew we would go over, but I had to get that out.
Amazing.
This was so good, and I love that everybody came and shared so much wisdom. And I hope that everybody was able to take something away from it. And I hope that y'all will enjoy your 15% off of your purchases over $50 when you shop Mila Eve. So yes, all weekend long until Sunday, you will be able to enjoy 15% off. So listen, go ahead and take advantage, stock up, because these little 15% off discounts don't happen often. And make sure y'all check out the 8 new oils because
I have like 5 new oils in my cart. I'm taking my time. Like, okay, what does this do? What does this do? But now I feel like I need to just purchase before they go out of stock.
Yeah,
I get spoiled thinking I can shop from the warehouse downstairs.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be here next week.
When I get there next week, sold out.
Because you're gonna be here next week, so it's no sense in me shipping it to you and stuff.
I need to purchase because you were letting me smell those new scents.
Yes. Okay. Jay got an early tease of all those scents. That dang on emotional symmetry. Oh, it is so good. Oh my God. It has helichrysum in it, which y'all know. I love me some helichrysum. It is the oil that tells your body to regenerate. It tells your cells to regenerate and to basically increase the speed of healing. It's very calming and soothing. It's an antispasmodic. It does everything. And that is one of the main oils in this blend. And it smells good. It is so good. I put it right on my head, behind my neck, behind my ears. I love emotional symmetry. It literally balances your emotions. It's really good. I love it.
You know what also smells good? Your Flawless Skin Oil. That smells really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. I meant to ask you, is Flawless Glow Toner okay for toddlers? Because when Poppy sees me doing it, she'll be like, and I'm like, okay, squirt, squirt. But
yeah. So as long as her skin, as long as she already has moisturizer on her skin, just don't freshly wash her face and then spray it on because it'll be too shriveled. But if she already has like her lotion on her face or whatever you put on her face, and you do like a light spritz, it's okay. I do that with the with
she does it with like eyes open, like.
Well, hopefully she can close her eyes. Yeah. Poppy, close your look. She just did that. Poppy, you gotta close your eyes when you get your eyes. Okay. Go.
That is the cutest kid. My God.
Oh, I love her, and she's so sweet. When she sees you,
she lays on your shoulder.
I know.
It's a sweet baby.
She's like the lovingest kid ever. And I don't know who she gets it from, because me, I'm like,
it's not from you.
It's definitely not from you.
I don't know who gets it.
I feel like, you know whose energy she reminds me of? Your grandmom Hilda, Miss Hilda.
Probably.
Yeah. Miss Hilda, I've never seen her upset. And there was only one time that I actually witnessed Miss Hilda get upset, and we were in a car and somebody cut her off. And she's like, oh, look at this car. Oh, they shouldn't have did that. Even her going off to cut her off was calm.
No, 100%. 100%.
Yes, she has her energy for sure. Yes. Yeah. I want to read this from Prosperity Thick Girl 40. I swear I have never left the tea with Monique feeling the same or worse than I did before I came in. I always feel lighter, happier, and motivated. Thanks, Mo and Jay, for always giving an amazing, uplifting time. That means a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. I love it.
It really does.
Teresa said, my lashes grew with the Flawless Glow Toner.
Listen, my eyebrows grew. Eyebrows grew. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you
all
that.
These instructions, her instructions on the Flawless Glow Toner say like 30 days. Listen, I'm about like 40 days in. It still smells the same.
Okay, listen. I was rushing, spraying it all. I was like, I gotta use all this stuff. I don't want to throw none of it away. Like, yeah.
No, So here's the thing. I put 30 days because I assume most people won't actually follow the instructions and keep it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
So it's 30 days. If you have it sitting on your counter, 30 days. If you're keeping it refrigerated, it can last as good as 3 months.
Oh, well, thanks for telling me now, because I was pouring that all over my body. I got to order a new one. And listen, 2 days after I ran out, God is it.
Oh, no.
God is it. I'm like, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, no one will ever see it, but I sent Monique a selfie with me with no makeup and completely just woke up, like laying in the bed, no makeup. The skin, that toner works.
Riley,
it works.
Riley, it really made your eyebrows grow.
It makes your eyebrows and your eyelashes grow.
It does.
I've been using it, and do you see my eyebrows? I feel like I need to shave them off, and can't afford to have any more growth on my face.
Eyebrows. What are you talking about?
Your eyebrows are already great.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Me,
yes.
mind you, I just came from a microblading session to like fill mine in.
Yeah, usually something growing fast, like hair growing fast on me, is not something I look forward to because I have so much hair and it grows really fast. My eyebrows grow really fast. But I also don't really tweeze anything out of my. I don't shape my eyebrows; they just are what they are. But yeah, it is the most incredible. I mean, it's nuts. I love spraying it all over my décolleté. I rub it on my boobs, like everything.
Listen, the whole body is really
Oh my god! I was like, maybe I'll do something for my stretch marks. Let me spray them.
So last night I was like, I'm going into my, I'm about to be 38. I told Chris, I said, I'll be back. I'm going to go get a bath. And he was like, oh, you taking a bath? I said, yes, I'm taking a bath. So I went upstairs. And, when I make my Flawless Glow Toner batches, for y'all who don't know, I make the batches. I created the recipe, how much oil to put into it, all of that. And I make it and I put them into these gallon jugs. I poured half of the gallon of the jug into my bath. And I took a bath with my Flawless Glow Toner.
What?
Yes. And when I tell you my skin was so soft, I might have to start selling this by the gallon.
Really?
So good. I took a bath in my Flawless Glow Toner.
What made you think of that? To just pour it in your bath?
I know that rice water is the main, rice water is the main ingredient, and rice water is really good for your body, your skin, your hair. It's good for everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna put it into my bath along with my Lavender Oasis bath salts from Mila Eve. I just put that in there and I mixed it up, and I mean, silky soft. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to start. I don't want to do it too much because that's a lot. That's a lot of product.
Yeah.
That's a gallon. That's a good 10 bottles almost, But yeah, I love it. I love it. It smells so good. And if anybody ever, you can smell when it's going to spoil. Let me just say that. You will know when it's spoiling. When it starts to smell, it's still good toner. It'll still do what it's supposed to do, but who wants to smell that? It's more about that,
Okay, so wait, let me say that I bought my bottle from you when we came back from Turks and Caicos, and that was after August 20th, maybe like August 24th. Mm-hmm. And I still have maybe like less than a quarter of a bottle left. And I remember you saying that it'll smell horrible when it's bad, and it doesn't. And that's why
you'll know. You'll know if it's
using it 30 days prior, 30 days after. I'm still using it because it doesn't.
But you keep it in the refrigerator?
No, it's on my bathroom vanity.
Oh, please! I keep it in the refrigerator religiously. I spray myself I stand naked in front of. I live alone. It's naked in front of a refrigerator, spraying myself down. I put it right back in there. I'm religious about it.
Mine has been on my vanity since I bought it from you when I came back from Turks, and it does not smell horrible.
Oh, that's funny. I thought I had to keep it in the refrigerator. I literally thought I couldn't take it with me. I went to Philly for like a day. I was like, I can't take it.
I take my little travel bottle with me. Like when I went to Arizona, I took my little bottle, I pumped it up and filled it up, and I took that with me.
Oh, I thought I had to keep it in the refrigerator the whole time.
All right. So here's the thing: the oils that are in it are natural preservatives, so it will preserve it.
I remember you said that.
Right. So it's just best to keep it refrigerated as much as possible so that it lasts longer.
But it also feels good when it's refrigerated. You spray it on yourself, like that refreshing.
Like you feel refreshed, like your body.
So good.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. And on days when I have like ugly days, I'll just spray it all day long on myself. And when I say ugly day, meaning I don't wear makeup on that day. And no one's gonna see me, so I just spray it on.
I'm about to say ugly day.
Yeah, no, I call it ugly day. Well, no hair, no makeup. I'm not being seen. I'm not even going to check the mailbox. Nothing like that.
Yeah, no, I have those days. Those days I don't even get in the shower. I'll be like, look, it's about to be ugly. I'll be like, I am chilling. Leave me alone. I don't even want. I'm gonna have all my defenses to keep y'all away. Yeah, you smell those pits. It's like,
oh my.
I'm playing. I don't expire, y'all. I don't expire. Yes. Listen. Thank you so much. Oh, Bishop, what's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. The Bishop said, "Happy birthday, Monique." Samuel's wishing you nothing but blessings in your life. Where were you during the live chat, man? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. But yes, y'all, listen, thank y'all so much for hanging out. It's been a little over 2 hours. Y'all are still here. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate y'all celebrating my 38th with me. I'm so happy, and I just love to share whatever little wisdom nuggets that I get. All of my people have come through and spread some love and wisdom, and I hope that everybody was able to walk away feeling a little more whole than they did before they came. So yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
This was beautiful.
I've been trying to find a little tagline I can end each episode with. So maybe that'll be it. I hope you walk away a little bit more whole than you were before you came. I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Works. It works.
Wait, can I mention that Tosh has not showed up?
Yo,
like she is just
me
all over the place.
Oh, she got swamped with work. Oh.
That's okay.
Hold on, let me see something.
It's okay.
We know how much she loves you. But it would have been very entertaining.
That's why I texted her this morning, because LinkedIn be in everybody's business, and LinkedIn sent me an email like, "Congratulate Natasha Cox. She now has a position as the director of tour marketing." And I was like,
wait. All right, she said she's gonna log in real quick.
Oh, good.
Yay! Well, while we wait, I shall sing a little song.
Oh,
I'm just
microphone
kidding.
at
No,
all?
no, please.
Wait, can I tell y'all? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all. Let me see if I can. Tell me if y'all can see King Tut.
Oh, there he is.
Word. That's so sweet.
Let me tell y'all, he's so sweet. He's been asleep the whole time.
Really?
I've been peeking over at him. He's been asleep the whole time we've been live. Knocked out. I think he thinks my voice is soothing.
Do you think you'll ever get another one?
I was about to say, do you think you get another one?
I don't know. And let me tell y'all.
There's never no replacing T'Challa.
No, it's not that. Yeah.
No, there was never no replacing Blue and Coach with Minnow, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you still got another of the same. You know what I mean?
But
That's
that
true.
was like 7 years later.
One day.
Yeah. I don't know. So here's the thing. So King Tut is RJ's parrot. He's a yellow-naped Amazon, and he's 20. He's 20 years old. RJ was not the first owner. He's had him, and I don't know. Like him being here has brought me so much joy today. Like, oh my God! But I don't know.
Take your time.
I literally, I hurt so hard when I lose a pet. Like I'm such an animal person, and I just don't want to. I can't feel that. Like T'Challa, out of all the pets I've ever had, I think him passing hurt me the deepest.
Really?
I'm sure.
It was deep. And it still is. Like last night, I could not go to sleep. I started posting videos of him on my Instagram. I was looking through videos of him on my phone, and I just he was just on my mind. All I could think about was last year. Everybody was in town. We went to the gun range. Remember, we came back and he was eating crabs and running away.
Yes, he grabbed that crab leg.
Well, Chris like, Moni, get this bird. He was literally eating the crab legs off the main table, off the island, that everybody.
He walked away with it. It was so funny.
Walking away with crab legs.
He was the best. Like T'Challa, when people say, "Oh, that's my spirit animal," I feel like T'Challa was almost like a spirit of somebody that I've known. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was everything. He was everything. He was funny. I used to snitch on him.
Oh my God.
Everything.
I miss him so immensely. Like, I don't know if, and then my kids, like we were at RJ's house on Saturday, and that's the first time we met King Tut. And my kids broke down crying. Like once they saw him and we were interacting, then it was just like this flood of emotions. My kids started crying. Like he wasn't just my pet. He was like literally all of ours.
He was a family member.
Yeah.
He was family.
Yeah, I miss T'Challa so much. I wish today, when I blew out my candle, I was like, I wish I could have T'Challa. And I know I'm not going to get that wish, but that was my wish.
Yeah.
So
listen, you may get him in another form, another way, and
Exactly.
head or hermit crab. Moni has had all of the animals, ducks, like everything. So he may come back as another, animal.
He'll find you again.
Yeah, definitely.
That was good, Riley. He definitely will find you again.
Yeah.
Where's Tasha?
Tosh just said add her. She just said it.
Hello, you have to sign in. Use the link. Tasha, use the link I sent you. I emailed it to you. I'm gonna hurt her. She said,
"Let me tell you, while Tasha is signing in, right? Tosh, I had a voiceover thing, and I had to have Tosh watch Poppy in LA. So when I go to pick her up, like I see like Tasha's blinds like swaying. I'm like, oh my god, that's Poppy. So Poppy's at the thing like crying. I ring the doorbell. Tasha's like, oh, I fell asleep. I knew that with all the kids.
Oh my god, Tasha's crazy. Tasha's crazy. I just sent her the link, so hopefully, RJ, are you here? Are you upstairs? Because RJ's coming to pick up King Tut. So are you upstairs, RJ? If so, come downstairs.
Tell Tasha she needs to hurry up. The 2 hours on this ponytail is wearing off. I'm ready to take it down. My head is.
I just sent her the link. She said it says it ended. Oh, while we're here. Oh, there she is. Yay!
Hi, Tasha.
First of all, you are a mess, okay?
Don't be telling stories with me not on live.
No, I like 11 this morning. Congratulations, you never responded.
I've been so crazy busy with this new job. It's insane.
What's that echo?
Okay.
You have your phone plugged in or something?
Yeah, I'm not on my phone. I'm on my computer.
Okay.
Now it's better.
Yeah, now it's good. Whatever you just did, keep it that way.
Good? All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes. Okay.
Happy birthday.
Now we're complete.
Thank you. We were talking about you. Steven was on. We talked about you. We talked about you in the beginning. We were like, where's Tasha? I'm like, if anybody knows Tasha, it's going to be a turn up. Adam, remember when we met with Adam and Jason when we were in West Palm?
He was on there too?
Yes. You
oh my God.
I'm dying to hear your advice for your younger self.
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
What is it?
Advice for my younger self. I would tell my younger self to do more of what you were doing.
Listen, no regrets.
Change. If you're Tosh, stay the same. Stay the same.
Yeah, just do more of it. Just
do it worse. You could always say, "Oh,
Don't do more of it. Don't do more of it. Just stay the same.
Was there any more left? Was there any more left?
Oh my God. I'm afraid of that advice. So, oh man. So that means
I need to fix this lighting in here.
That means
Hold on.
So if I was to take Tasha's advice, what would that mean? That would be do more bindering, do more dragging, do more mothering, do more podcasting.
Just keep it the same.
Don't be afraid to take chances.
Yes.
Believe in your dreams and what you want your future to look like, because it can really happen.
True.
And I am definitely the poster child for that.
Yes, she is.
I did things my way.
It's so funny because I love to call my journey a spiritual journey because it really is. But I tell Tasha all the time, Tasha has been light years ahead of me. I mean, she's my older sister, but she's been light years ahead of me on her just as a soul. And it's so funny because I'll be like, Tasha, I discovered this, that, and the other. She's like, yeah, I've been saying that. And I'm like, oh,
no, wait. When I wanted to study mass comm like she did and then moved to LA like she did, she's like, oh, you're just following me. Like, okay. You're just following me. Okay.
Yes. That's why I didn't want to go to Howard. because I wanted to go to Howard before Tasha wanted to go to Howard.
That is true. That is true.
And then she went, and then I was like, if I go, I'm going to be Tasha's little sister all over again.
Hey, I literally applied to Howard, didn't get accepted, but thank God. It was on purpose. Because I probably would have had the same title.
Wait, so why did I just find out? And Tasha, you probably know this since you went there. But
what?
I did not know that Howard University was named after a white general.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I believe he was the one that funded it for it to exist.
Yeah,
Wow.
but you know
Yeah.
what the initial, you know what the original intention was, right?
No.
So the original intention was so that it's like basically let's appease the Black people, but we're going to structure what they can learn and how much of they, you know, like I'm saying, to still keep those boundaries established and not let you be a whole person. It's like, okay, we'll give you a little education, but here's where you have to stay.
Right.
And that too much. You know what I'm saying?
What you're saying is true because Howard University is the only federally funded private institution.
Yeah. And it was done that way intentionally so that we'll always never know what we all should know. But it's just like give them enough so they feel like they are getting ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. I learned that in my retreat when I read this book. I read 2 books while I was gone, which was nice.
Yep.
But yeah, I never knew that, and I feel some type of way. You know.
So
Like,
the people as the years went by and people started realizing that Howard instituted this thing called freshman orientation, and everybody had to take it, and it's basically a class that teaches you like your history, like Black history. It teaches you they say like how to turn it on, turn it off, like working in corporate America. So yeah, they
How
teach
to
you
code switch?
They teach you how to like turn it on, turn it off, like basically being like corporate white friendly. Like, basically turn it off your Blackness to work in corporate
Code
America.
switching.
Yeah, they teach you that in the class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, now it all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought Howard was a brother.
It sounds like he is.
Like, I thought he was, but
Wow.
I mean,
I would have never guessed.
the system.
And then if you really pay attention to where people have gone to school that are famous or like public servants or like their whole political offices, a lot of them went to Howard University.
Yeah.
And that's because they're pushing them forward to keep their agenda going.
See, I read a book and I discover something, and she already knew it.
Light years ahead. You're right.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about agenda pushing. So it's like what
Yeah.
Malcolm X said when he said, "Be careful of when you see someone who looks like you come into your community, because you think they're for you, but they're not. Just because they look like you does not mean that their agenda aligns with your agenda."
It's so sad but true, and I really hate to say this on YouTube, but it's so true. A lot of people that go to these HBCUs, they literally get taught how to manipulate and take advantage of the Black community. Really, they teach you how to profit off of them. You know, you're taking advantage of someone's ignorance and you're making money for it. Making money from it.
It's been done for so like centuries, and it's a shame. And you know, I mean, hopefully people will wake up and see what time it is, because at the end of the day, first of all, you're not going to learn about real African American or African history in America. You're not going to. They don't teach it. Like I teach it to my kids outside of their curriculum. They're homeschooled. They have an online curriculum. My kids are learning about the Vikings. I'm like, the Vikings? What about African people? Like, what about Kemet? What about the Sumerians? What about Kush? What about do you know who Queen of Monterenas is? Like, how about Mansa Musa? Like, hello. So I teach my kids outside of their curriculum because I already know they're not going to learn about real African history off Bulan. You know what I'm saying? In this country. It's not going to happen. So it's up to me. It's up to me. So yeah, that's wow. But I just feel like there's a lot of freedom associated with learning about your real history. So everybody, I encourage you, go pick up a book and learn about your real history so that you'll understand who you are and reclaim your power.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to knock your campaign right now, but I was never interested in history ever.
Yeah, I wasn't, because it didn't make sense.
No, I didn't want to. I was like, I want things to be my way. I don't care about how they were. Like,
Listen,
you know what I mean? Like, that's.
They lost me in kindergarten when they said that Christopher Columbus discovered a land when there was already people there. I remember in kindergarten saying, how he discovered something if people was already there? That don't make sense. You lost me in kindergarten with history because I was like, none of this makes sense. And I remember always being that kid in class bucking against the teacher when it came to history because it did not make sense. You're not going to sit here and tell me that Nat Turner was some type of terrorist. I'm like, well, if you're enslaving me and raping my wife, I'm going to kill you too. That don't make sense. Like, how's he a terrorist? No, y'all are terrorists for doing what you did to his people. I remember always listen.
I have a good example of that from TikTok. So there's this guy on there, right? He stole somebody's car and the police officer pulled him over. It's like, hey, dude, this is not your car. And he was like, no, the door was open and the key was still in the engine and I got into it. He's like, I discovered it. He's like, you can't discover a car that's not yours. He's like, well, Christopher Columbus did it. He discovered America. That land didn't belong to him.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. He was like, I discovered this car. I discovered it. I was dying.
That right there sums it right on up. Oh my God. So Diamond Jack wants to know what's a good book. I've been searching, but what's a good one? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I've been reading. Look up Anthony Browder. Anthony Browder. Find him on Instagram. And he has a bunch of books. He has one book that's called the 12, what is it? The oh God, I can't remember. Honestly, I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I didn't even look at the title for real. I just started reading the book and it was so good. He has like probably 5 or 6 books, maybe even more. But I think, what is his website? IKG. You know what? Y'all gonna make me have to look for this. But no, it's that good. Like I've been telling. Okay, I'm gonna put the website.
I thought y'all had logged off by now.
I know. IKG.
We were waiting on you.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I was working and I looked at the clock like, damn.
His website is ikgculturalresourcecenter.com. Moni sent it to me. That's long ago.
Yeah. Like I've been sending it
and
to everybody.
You told me, you said get and read in this order from the Browder file.
Yes.
Survival strategies, and then exploding the myths, Nile civilizations. Those are the 3 you said in that order.
Yes. Read those 3 books. Y'all heard Anisha say it. Rewind if you need to hear it again. I've read the first 2. I'm about to start reading the Nile Valley one. But when I tell you, he breaks down some things that are just mind-boggling. And this man has been going back and forth to Egypt for over 30 years. He has a restoration project there that they named after another Dr. Asa, I believe the name was. So it's the Asa Restoration Project. And this man has gone there. He knows what is there. And he brings that knowledge back here. He also does tours in DC. They're called tours. It's like a Egypt on the Potomac or something like that. So he's showing you how Kemet, which is the Black land, which is modern day Egypt, is here in America. And he shows you right in DC. You can literally be in DC and experience Egypt. And he points out different symbolisms that were taken from Africa and brought here. Have y'all ever wondered why the number 13 is supposed to be this like, ooh, it's scary, Friday the 13th. There's no 13th floor in the elevator. Do you know, I already told y'all earlier in the conversation what the number 13 represents. It represents completion, right? There's certain things that were taken from African spirituality and brought here to America, but they purposely left things out so that you can never become a full person. You can never know the full truth. They'll give you little tidbits of things and leave out the important pieces. You know, they'll take out the falcon and plop in an eagle. You know what I'm saying? So y'all read them books and you'll be like, oh, okay, I get what Monique's talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta research it. It's on some other stuff. And when you also think about the fact that we think we are the civilization that is so knowledgeable and we know so much and we're this and that, we are light years behind what Kemet did. Light years. Those people, like what Anisha said early on in the conversation, where she said, jack of all trades, master of all trades, ancient Egypt, people were not just one job. They weren't just a teacher. They were also an architect, you know, a doctor, a lawyer. Like they had 6 or 7 things behind their name that they did in one lifetime. They were
right. Well, you know, I've never subscribed to that master of none. I do it all. I do them all well. So.
Your mom just said happy birthday.
My mom?
Yeah.
Mommy!
Oh, shoot. Hey, Mom.
Hey, I love you.
I didn't get on YouTube too.
Huh?
She could have been on here too.
I know. She called me as I was about to go live. And I'm like, Mom, I'm about to go live. She's like, oh, I keep forgetting. I got off late. Mom, we got to get you on. We got to get you on one day. My mom and dad will have y'all cracking up. Yes. But she, listen, thank you, Mary. There's a lot of information out there that you can literally Google. It's there. It's just not it's not on the media. It's not on the news. It's not in our schools, but it's there. And you'll go through life like feeling like something's missing. And you know it in your gut. You can feel it. And you're doing certain things that our ancestors have always done, and you don't even realize it. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. You know how, like, in the old movies, they'll be like, yeah, I'm going to pour some out for my homies, right? Mm-hmm. You know that pouring out libations was a way in African spirituality that they would honor their ancestors who have passed on. That was literally a thing. So we do it thinking like, oh, yeah, they did it in the movie, I'm going to do it. You know, but that's actually a real thing, showing respect to your ancestors. A lot of times in America, for whatever reason, and maybe it's because of slavery and the shame that people feel when it relates to slavery, but we're supposed to honor the people that passed. There's nothing wrong with that. Even in the very country we live in, a lot of honor was paid to people who have passed in European culture that we don't even realize. Like the names of some of the states, New York, New Jersey. Why is the new in front of it? It was something from what they once had when they were in Europe, and they brought it here to America and they just put new in front of it. So they're paying homage to something that was once. So we need to get back to that. That's African spirituality. Like we need to tap back into that and realize that even though we aren't necessarily from Africa, we're still Africans. You know what I'm saying? We still come from that same dynamic as the people who are there, the people who were there, and in the future, you know, like we share that same worldview, which is a worldview of being harmonious, being united, being equal. That comes from African spirituality. Whereas the worldview that we see here in America is one of domination or superiority. That's not where our viewpoint was or ever has been. That's why we always get so confused. Like, wait, I was just trying to open up and share with this person. I was just trying to, you know, invite them into the family, because that's what our real worldview is. That's what's within us. So we need to tap back more into that.
Listen, every time I go to Monique's house, her and Chris spit knowledge on me. I'm sitting there like, am I going crazy? I swear to God, like I would go home and like, Mom, I was at Monique and Chris' house and I was like, I think I'm going crazy. And mind you, we're like 4 bottles of champagne in, so I'm really thinking, like, am I going crazy? And how do I not know this? Like it's insane how much we don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I always say deal with it in small doses. And one thing that I've definitely learned is to know what to say, how to say, given the company. Because I could go deep on you and scare the crap out of you. And then you'll be like, literally, I remember you have these moments where once your eyes are just open, you become fearful because you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is really the world we live in.
Oh, yeah.
But then you adjust and you say, you know what? Okay, let me focus on what I can do to make a difference. And what I choose to do is to keep talking. I'm going to keep spreading the truth that I learned in a way that I feel like is feasible for people who need to hear it. Jay and I have had conversations.
Listen, I was just about to say, I have DuckDuckGo installed on my phone.
Browser.
Yeah. I like it because you know Google be tracking. I have to use Google Chrome for StreamYard. So when we log on here, I have to use Google Chrome, but I can't stand using anything Google. Honestly, they just track everything you do. Yes. I love what Maria said. We are very different from all corners of Africa. Yes, and it's a beautiful thing. So like when I looked up my my ancestry, I'm 87% African. Most of my African bloodline is Nigerian, and then I have Mali, Ghana, Congo, Tonga. What else? There's a few other countries in there, but so I'm more like, I guess, what is that? West African than anything else. But I feel like the root of who we are is the same. Like our principles are the same. And I think in America, we think we have to battle against each other to achieve success, and we really don't. We can embrace each other. Like we used to embrace each other. There was a time where we lived with our families, you know, grandparents, great grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings. When they used to say it takes a village to raise a child, it was literally a village that raised the child. And we're missing that these days. We need to get back to our roots, y'all. Like that's the only way that we'll be able to like make a change here. We see so much that's going on. We have so much trauma that's stored in our DNA. When I was on my trip, I kept hearing from different people that I had safety issues. And I was like, I don't feel unsafe. Why don't I have safety issues? But then when I sat down and had the time to like write down any moment that I felt unsafe, I realized like, well, yeah, I'm a Black woman in America with 2 Black sons, a Black daughter, a Black husband. And then when you turn on the news and you see what goes on, well, hell yeah, I should feel unsafe.
Right.
Why would I feel safe? When I think about what my ancestors went through for 400 years and still going through, why would I feel safe? You know what I'm saying? I had a young lady tell me, she was like, yeah, you got to work on your root chakra. Your safety and protection, you know, you have issues. She's like, it's okay. You're safe. I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, like I got trauma in my DNA that I need to understand and release. And I think that a lot of us are walking around feeling unsafe and we've not released it, but that energy has to go somewhere. We don't want that energy to cause us to become sick. So it's a real thing. It's a real thing. We need to recognize our past trauma and stop ignoring it. The people who are in our bloodline who were slaves weren't slaves. They were enslaved, you know? They were people who were doctors, lawyers, architects, engineers. They built this whole country. You know what I'm saying? We were, and we still are great people. So let's embrace that. And cheers.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. I'm not even drinking.
Yeah.
What? Neither am I.
Yeah, what?
Yes. Maria said, you're more West African. And the thing is, most African Americans were slaves from West Africa to the Caribbean islands. So it makes sense why y'all are a bit serious about survival. Yes. So much sense. And what they don't tell us is that there were people from West Africa who settled in America. hundreds of years before Christopher Columbus. So yes. Thank you. Monique gives Ghani and Ashanti vibes. Oh, thank you. I take that as a compliment and I appreciate it. Thank you. But yes, I love learning about my people. I'm really just like excited, and I'm excited for our future. And I think we're going to be good. We just keep embracing each other, keep loving each other.
Right.
We're good. We're going to be good.
Somebody gonna say my folks are from America.
Maybe they're Native Americans, you know. There's a lot of people from Mali who were in America before the whole Columbus ain't discovered nothing but a bottle of alcohol. Yes, but yes, listen, y'all. Thank you so much, Tash. Thanks for coming on.
Of course. Happy to see y'all.
I'm glad you finally popped in. Everybody, make sure that y'all go ahead and take advantage of that 15% off Mila Eve until Sunday. So yeah, this was a great episode. Thanks for
Of course.
This is great.
This is so much fun.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna let y'all go because I have to pee so bad.
Me too.
Oh, this ponytail's killing me. I've been dying to take it down.
I took 2.
Happy birthday, Monique.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Love you.
We're gonna be talking
Bye.
next week. We're talking about free speech with Free-ish Media as our guest. I will see y'all next week.
Oh, nice.
Bye.
Get your money back, yo. Tickets on.
What you gonna do? I'm gonna make it say. What you gonna do? Right on the beat till it hurts. Track, play. Then I'm gonna make you work. Then I'm gonna make